waterproof paint woman so can ho and show no yede eba and I no paper and fancy e won sem kakra no yeah, easy for no so about say no yes
you call your question of the day so Sharak Moon project my question of the day and maybe can be out because you said charity begins at home
yes yeah no crap
yes and come here and me base me chase cars and
oh imagine the answer and the answer
I'm to p question of the day no Sharak project me man now so I'm to p no when a infection a draw tatashe say wo temi na no pay wo share lines our TV no so say digital and I say pro satellite so and I wish I say Facebook and I say YouTube no you see I'm zupi about mission no and a brama chest infections ni na elko say we ya bemo akwakwete gono ama gono no a graduate ayo gono pomponyini when him say na no kra da bia make am say me bra no etimi ya ba wonu ayo minimum
yes
Apollo
no no
kesi ama
formless how short of how fancy
guys about could so bani friend o depoa
oh yes o de me team in catch pa o de
depoa o good and quite ti so depoa so ayewa what drone ya musu pi about me shaka bo mensre o me mama for draw
oh yeah but that's what kind me tete nsem o depoa no nje waka sem pa tete pa sa na defo depoa
eyi to what to say
yes akatwa yes say no fita akatwa ha adwen hey
pebito
damwa pa ebema hwache eyini nyina afuwa oh yes
amuzu pi haba masa
eno na ebwa oh yes ama ho nso
akora ya wono foforo to
se
tri ya to obi ya
so se tri kwa se de siti e
nkoyi kuro ntu
dabi ma ho na ho
hu de ayet
yes
ko bossa so o sha na o twem yenu
na wo
nyi si da me boa hu de o si okay ni o de on
asem na ko fa oh den pa
I want to pan and order kita faro.
Okuta fande
Anto Bamana say one bom funfunya. One try amuzu pia ba.
This is not no pay.
Unless so mu hunu ma.
Mu hunu ye nche o ma no pay ba. Wo a o no okuta mu.
You me ye time I was pan and
aso. Oh dabi.
What's what you so be adwane. Obi run the box out to our company. Oh yes, so run for money mumwana and Kamale
I want you about Daruma, yes, Nadaruma.
Yes,
fancy or boy
yes, I am you secret tattoo about
there be no crane come.
This is okay, now Kwame Newton.
The box has some the car.
Oh guys, I'm boys no kana much me twa chase get to no man oh shots na say
no say and your school time no say no say school your bomb it would charges no man see
no there right now fe change color
no it's me brown it's me ya oh there be see bit me ya black na is a tea in so it me black ni nyina free
man be
oh yeah my idea pa ni ma mu
Money amuzu pi. No, bema bo mo nyu oba won no say yeah.
Dabi. Bema de ye need.
So amuzu pi
na on onye kama na watimi age samba ni.
No na so no.
No na da papa drawing aso memom yi.
It's a drawing.
Oh yes, a drawing. As
yes, it's the question of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, be so simple as ABC after Sandra. About Benjamin Asari and so people clean sheet no. I piano yamonu antwas one. I be say after his debut, would you rather see Benjamin Asari remain as Ghana's first choice goalkeeper, or should Atizigi reclaim his position? I know I have a question and you be so after saying Benjamin Asari better mono one consider go Yaman sorry ayawa and Karamana Koswat them obey Ghana's #1 choice goalkeeper and I say my Lawrence Atizigi and reclaim the #1 spot.
Fancy I say we are see the amo be chance I who do be betting aye Atizigi buy no Yaman a chance and no prove be #1 intimi who say Benjamin Asari so approve ya attack say winning team there in Tanzania it is one not prove it there on us yamani chance ni bi now more against big guns ni say against start do prove in Russia country be Zambia Senegal and Cameroon na obetimi aya na ntimi de man ntoaso na improve so wa ntimi ane yi na frim na mum so timi toaso ano no so abe na ma bi kwa brabo no sanity jojo wala could buy a man chance atizigi buy a man chance to no so aba ye man chance no no improve ne ho na ye hwese obetimi de akọ okon na ye hwese ye bekọ anim na
wo kapo mate me da say message say ba ma me share mo messages ni kakra Ghana for no enso ni emonten so for etro madwena Nana Kofi Justice say let's watch him again in next match afei Kofi Annan NMTC so say Benjamin Asare lacks confidence in post afei was say Benjamin Asare should be given another chance and Lawrence Donko and a day message no enso by we so Pinto Lama say let's give him another chance. The message and so anyway when some Aliko Dangote one also say good morning fancy as your Aliko Dangote inside Badu Fauman 10 district and what to buy also say I'm say yeah man a chance and so I don't know we say Asare is better than Atizigi and no Joseph Ahimfo and a Joe and this message you know and some at the buyer let's give him more chance the guy is too good Tijani Alhassan Agu and a day the message and so a buyer when so say fancy you know we don't change winning team. I would rather prefer he plays more to gain first choice. Stefan Paddington and a message and so anyway when so Jessica to say Benjamin Asare deserves first choice but is he really 32 years now age the other bad day age no the bad day it's your bad day well we don't change the winning team fancy your friend LeBron Axbo Junior and LeBron so adding a message in the buy was say Asare is good let's keep him there and some and after man tune and so say good morning sports god I'm watching the show live from Taboom I really love you so much I want to visit you one day or always around and also chess I will say yama Asare so couple young quite
yes it be and so about her now already woman day about earlier post here on Facebook Evans Nanaya was he deserves to continue man continue and we are doing about T-Vlogs and she say let's maintain him to boost his confidence and what they are back Kingsley Nana Adasan Kroma said Benjamin all the way Benjamin must continue and also Atraba Justice Latte Otu was he early days yet let's hasten slowly and what do and also about Fabio Vieira was he go Ghana go Black Stars no and so Atro Baba Isa as Yanshan Kaka na Yahese Obetumi Aya Jumana na because on your mistake Biao post num and also Atro de Ama Zamani said congratulations he's already the number one and also de Abatra Daini Jr. was he should continue Yaman into also John Legman say 100% and as 1,000% yes and also Atro de Atoso Kobi was he Atizigi all the way and also a day abenti fancy am say Atizigi among for so ehwese ono so bedamwa nkebeboa
wo most among for so a message say baby try say ono kwa betimi ada post no say charity team radio and I'm like hey I will be so kwa be can say Milo team no Milo games no
okay SHS for the
chat bear 12
hey Munyabutru easy said the moon
boys na ya juma because I'm say they will say Wontumi string passes ni bi ni ade ba ya baba ni aba behwem say bibia na obiem ka
bibia na obiem kwa mu da onti ya ba na
me da say okay nti no yes abana so ya kwa mo no ya the foreign news and baba ma ya chef for and no pay club stories ewom ya the latest ababa na fe Africa be ko be our central northern part of America and Caribbean and America say economy ball but be I Europe nyina no ya ko ewa brand of the stories no more ebabema yete for this Wontumi sports weekend edition ya for foreign news emao
Angwa juma no you Yami wo hoda se uji didia obeya juma Ensachre no you Yami wo hoda se uji didia obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Israel Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekad We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Uvika na veshika uvika miyodika tode yashach Todi Yasak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Messages and hey, oh, chairman, yeah, dear pass, watch me assemble. Yes, quite be coming from a papa, me.
Now, guess it is okay. How?
Chairman, guess,
how many boys in this year? Mr. Guess, it is say. Who to his boss? I don't know about what.
Chairman. You the latest by your Black Stars and some more and what you share HS African woman watches out one was a Barcelona and also our Brastores and said maybe Bakubia and somebody a few group will be Africano, not just automatically you know, and somebody care on the group of Africano, one of them qualifying and what yes, I the best one more finish as one of the best second place teams, you know, Yama come for so not just a 12 countries. Yabo playoff our Bramuma Kuma Kunsiano and some other qualify for Yamia Duma. I woke up, I was a bustle, and on next year, I was just Canada, US of Anna for Mexico, Tinano Peno, Yara resource, Abba Baby Money, and some Mexico come out qualifying the Sanamum, Decamame, Argentina, one some game about so I just know, and one at Jones Argentina, Timino, one some Okawa to Uruguay, one Kosha Baku, and some Nova Brasita, your father say Uruguay for one some 90 minutes. A team without Owa, your father said you Messi, our black Quatana, your father said Tiago Almada, and some other shall go on in Yamasa. Now, baby, Quatana, when he is similar to the Venetian Junior Ashaya, and some other matches of Brazil team, our bra, what did you win, and some Marita Colombia team, Mountains and couple say, hey, not just Aquadana, your father's amount down on the Massa, one of them body Pierre, our bro, Sinake, and some other Leon, and some other French League, one of my Argentina. I think managers will know, and some 23 years our Bracadano, and some managers will not gola, and also matches Adama or May. I have found Argentina, our ball, you're messing the hall. Now, so Burnham, the kid difference. I never could say, when I'm some game the crown, woman, I send a red card, I just a Juba, not just Argentina. I see a baby, Anna Nicolas, Gonzalez, and a red card, and some 90+5, no swinging at you know, woman, some Farin, our rear. Yet I am telling you, and some Matamaya and Anopai, and some our shadows and Ranajo, Equator, and some number 2. Our brand Venezuela, Ameno, one some 90 Miante, and what Gemeno, and some Abbas Onimsa, Wetimono, and some other Tekanabaku Abra, and a Jonda Cadis, near bar 90+1 and Sena, one some Kanabaku, number 4, not just Anna Valencia, one I'm a first goal. I'm at the same end of Valencia, and some Nasabo second goal. Yamamaya, your father's Ecuador, almost some Latino, not just an results out to and also about so Shak Mame. I yes, I say, Corner Bonum, I South America, almost some Latabono. When him say, Menoka, as I say, we run some our South America reporter, Memensa Canas Argentina, Mano, and some Nabet me out California, Mia Duma. Next week, our boss, I came, I was no, and some Barcelona, and some game against Brazil. So the criminal table I'm almost Argentina team woman body carry our 28 points and what's Ecuador woman that toss me an hour 22 on my father said Brazil woman that toss me and say our 21 points our bra Uruguay team and some that toss Emma Kumako and I woman some our 20 and Sana Paraguay and some that toss Enum woman some our 20 now you understand. What about 18 matches? So about 13 games so far. I can't matches. I'm a enum and some of you some other qualifier. Want some what me a qualifier? I'm Gentia America, Argentina, some other qualify against Brazil and some other say. Baby, I says Argentina, I'm a true. And baby, I'm damage some points. I'm a Catalan. Woman, I guaranteed at least. I'm a year crowd here. Woman playoff Biano. Woman, some I guaranteed say. Woman, some other one. I will playoff no more. Now some I'm ma brosa esense nyame ya duma wo game aba so against Brazil mete se omo draw crown wo ma qualify and wo dim kunim so a wo ma qualify for aye World Cup and some baso next year na chess Argentina will Dalio Messi no wo mo some da so ye adwuma no simple and kakra from us so ye ente aba onum se ya and ye baba ko aye 2022 World Cup no 2021 qualifies no mo wo mo some qualify wo mo Brazil see ya na cover Argentina man no and some again qualification wo mo try say bi and some other sensibiem afema no mo goalkeeper no ye fan Emiliano Dibu Martinez and one ajo and just one upon the gamer at also Mark 50 and some Argentina wouldn't say no I broke cover some goalkeeper no and some Demosaki P a clean sheet now you tell say out of the 50 matches now I Dibu Martinez as goalkeeper and swap and some Argentina team no workable clean sheet Emma Komako I 36 our bra 36 clean sheet and a goalkeeper no one some AKP what titles Emma Komako 4 our bra when you defeat no and some Emma Komako 4 now Chesobi ever since or join a national team and you may call ye and some other man Dibu Martinez and then Kakra Elba now manager fan Leonel Scaloni Enra woman some area gun coach and say when you're satisfied essence Nania so or saying yes be omudim kunim keke yes be at 3 points omunya your coach in here now the best one can you understand we in the crowd here you want to baby no amontum pana was say and Korano born Enra no chesam uye coach Wontumi ask for more now just a debut or sending Patasani and some nothing pem Ayabian and Argentina and some Uncle so yeah our back coach in the same Woman so a compete ye a be and some other said ye walk away only Uruguay Bono Massa or said your stadium or pressure city nipa dom abba omuye deto bronchi money ate it is a we are waiting want to me handle pressure pa ebako and some other channels and one mantiano and so to me handle pressure ye am a game no some akokama na some way and a coach no kokasa woman messy individuals ni bi enwa sebia Leo Messi no any other boys ni bi sebia Lautaro Martinez Senum aya power to bala no na woman antimia mobi anwane nyina no mary janes Argentina team no anya about names sebia ni paso mesi woni wontia bia ye belusi ebia benten apra entia bia baba draw o se dabi na ye kasa national team na wo so bia de be shamu bia no so bi ni ho a wo equally great players acha so mo some atimi step in and some armani pana wono some that wontia about individual names sebia Messi ni Dybala na sebia Lautaro bitabi anom aya asema coach no enso ade kotwitwa enro awa brano pay no ye den update ade dia kan nyina no enso madema ye chef enro pay enso awo show no so na wonum sanya me yar ma weekend ye Manchester awa Manchester nyina no enso ababa me tackle aye national enso awie maba clubs enchebia na wonum sa weekend Manchester awodoa ewo sa no abaso big game bako nyame yar ma ochenam because we Europe we are return leg our near fantasy quarter final our UEFA Women Nations League no national yenko Spain answer in that order when so ochina no women about Netherlands our first game no women come out to their shankari ato swama no we and some other press conference adia mensa kanisa manager no aye fantasy Luis de la Fuente or no and some ania kwatana ye fan Ferran Torres omumi no adia mensa kanisa and some our stadium Mastella so pro-match conference and some other course national kwenya banners ni mienu a fa banners ni mienu ma de kama me from Pennsylvania what kai say couple no be atwam any what kai moment way what we share Facebook and I say be we share TV what kai moment way ya we also aye 2014 World Cup me kai pa Netherlands we and some aye go be from Persia share wo mo peja about 10 by and the typhoon say diving header na say from Persia to no ho and the team a cheap ball amateurs will show Gorman Netherlands and 2014 aya World Cup na no dem pa na okay sam amukwa na no ya kwa we Netherlands akobo game na wombo 2-2 no we aya Netherlands am supporters and the banner we and some abasa wo mo de kai Spain aya yaw and Spain for so ya tem etu we crowd here about just dig na your ball yes our first leg now Spain for no so say the nso ye no sa na wo say wia ensom aye na se ebia wia ball na se bia nkyere wo sere nkuto se wia ball obenane a kan hu se nso beto ama wo so benane wo nkyere na omo so prepare bana fe na shero ma Spain for so banane wo mu de anie so kai moment we some aye 2010 World Cup the first time I World Cup eba Africa yan continent so we aye final sa final we Iniesta Asia go way ama Spain ama woman some World Cup and see omo so etina omo see Spain for so omo so prepare banner way and some na Dallas nyame aduma mu come the send them say group stages and simple what they say knockout kwa men shada kai kwa na what they fantasy say by the atwa munsumu atemakuma yeshamo and some World Cup and the coffee and I professional the American cancer I Spain amino woman some prepare this year on my I fans and not Dallas or China and I update to eba something yet the Emma yet for another pay and some I was showing some more and more England game over 2.5 no nyina no yamama chem modaye de na menimzado babza me do na mete so okay to see England for the Oman son and Samasa Bona ye bona da win e da also umpe over and da also umpe over Kamarutum and wa England double team first game our coach na ye fan Sir Thomas Tuchel a boy woman Albania academy amateurs Albania omantimiante and wa kodana fan Sir Miles Lewis Skelly one and one about first go ama England ama Sagne I fan Sir Harry Kane Edebrako and some Tenua, one about 2 goals. Our Bromino, I have found Albania among some anti-BA. Now, match a boss and I want him Sakatana. You found Lewis Kelly as my Jude here. Hey, na Enwa assistant Jude Bellingham, what him say Jude, Omubisan, our post match. What him say on one Kasaji to Musa, one Kaisa, our national team. Why assist to be a Tisada, but Anwa Yebi, Enwa Kodana found Lewis Kelly as I say, young Yanimsonum, and Ababe, the youngest ever player. Sabionum. Go on the W mu ewa bra wo makie and some Adiama England domination team no nanka Marcus Rashford and kita ayesa record no na ye game against Australia and ye made 2016 and about say Satana Rashford and some over 18 years 209 days ebiem and wa kwatawe at the 18 years 177 days no and some about 2 ayema Marcus Rashford wa brother oko England no mabako semua wa baba the youngest player at no and some national go our bra what about the first official game and some England man unim semwa what was AJ man of the match award and some medical boy in here and Casey Sakura Ketwakana what about first game man national team man of the match award no nani a process and Mikel Arteta and some Yakura and sense by no in your manibia we're making the Premier League debut this season and our sunshine the first goal and some our Premier League anymore we're making the Champions League debut this season the free banning now we're a regular player and some Arsenal so free bench and and I said your games will be crowned on ma one some to me started and I just a boy in a cobasa when you're the first England call up when you're call up about the first official game and a cobasa could an Emra was I shall go and some other team now and on some day up to Taba Free shall I come I am Banas Mianua one some other cost them and back who say what boy I yell Lewis Kelly and so about Sakudano and some other first call up power Broadway one of some other shall go Medase and was saying Lewis Kelly congratulations on your first caller for England from Guinness. Now, Chazam say, Utu aya 224 no asa fana chesomo esom ade bana ekoi na mam yakoda ba ku bi onu de wosem odene papa ababa beje aya tade wo kai tetane yase butter trade ebia wo de nchene kwa no agire also pa ebia wo de sedi kwa wo kwaji we tese butter trade no we sem oba trade ne papa for ebia England eje sinam say yes ankwara ne ha krom ha na wo papa ede wo ko stadium na wo message egu aya cardboard no so as a day some I will trade my dad for a shirt to order me kwaje shirt okay say be kofie aha we no say odi akwada only 8 years aye jumana aye child labor dia and akwada so yes wo to ne papa dia dia tade dia say dia no some aye parent labor na we no anyam say ko wi school na no school fees mo be ho betua bi akwada ba ku nie amache se ni nyina no ensom aye update and some free amaso adebe e wa bra won some ni nyina no ye de ema ye tie for enano pay and some na wo shoro so tie papa ni nie papa no kwa na say kitam na say answer aro no wo hwe aro na I will trade my dad na say dad no wasari a che papa no so papa ni kitam na me kita cardboard me to fa me say ba bia otem akoto be tira to gra che wo ebi an consensus if you obiem na when the body crab you ba che hey dad e bo ye and the wo na so akono nya kukudro agene papa ko say the message and some body go so abra ni nyina no and some update time ba fei mama ya branch man say Jude Bellingham na onim say no Arsenal supporters by say wo mi nyina do supporter ma akora ni nyina Jude ekasai e wo post match on ball aye Miles Lewis Skelly abas wo say assess no aye pa wose ba kwara ba so sa akodan no wose wo ya akodan na ba national team a dia kan nyina ye wo essence omo plus ne de wo bia ba shewdo wo ba ya de bia so mo ye ensom adiamati dia kan ye wan kasa na wo ba bon wa dwimu and so be sia prepare how tough are they mentally and very important you tie Jude our bra enwa wonom I can assist asam nwati wose ba akodan na ye fan say Lewis Skelly and so abaso.
I don't think so. Yeah, it was a really good run, and then just managed to find the path of the run really. So, and he finished it really well. You know, really happy for him. An amazing first game, a really nice and well taken first goal, and yeah, a win. He'll never forget it, and you know, we're really happy for him. When you come into the team, there's a lot of lads who are here to help you out and stuff, and then we hope that for him, he only has to worry about his own, you know, his own head and his own coolness, and obviously he has plenty of that. So, yeah, we just wanted to do what we could to help him out and help him enjoy it, and I think he did. It looks like he did.
Yes, and all a Kakrabia branch fan say Jude Bellingham and our Tessa ya daily accepts Emma yet Fernando play live on the show of faith when him say manager no so akorane fan say Jude Abasonwa manager Thomas Tuchel say Bellingham a very important player at the national team to say there was we want to fine tuning your money at DB also munya and as a structure be also munya say be a bet to me ama branch fan say Bellingham so bonfa so at ama England at me be ano also me Manchester Bellingham feel comfortable. It's a set of ball. Obi ajitum say ne modomo no e wo soro ho enum aya basoba manager ne Adama Jude eno anemo wabe okoba say no ball game ewie ye usama for peace and England no ball no kran no woman nya de ball no de omo ball nyina possession amafo so jai woman ya Albania and a Albania de obi atimi hye bi na manager for say Tuchel say wajitum say also mutimi improve na say improvement no some other ba anyuma wo so mo ye Manchester team na abaye better ni nyina no manager no some got to general and some our post match na Arsenal and then also my better as way and the first official game afei anoba who players no afei anoba say obi and some city yentie Thomas Tuchel.
We will get better, we will get more rhythm, we will understand better now. I will understand the players better. So where do they feel confident? Where do we struggle? Why is it for us hard to find more runs and to find more aggressive movements into the very last third, and from there we will get better to implement a higher rhythm and be simply a little bit more look more dangerous also in front of goal. But it's step by step. It was complicated opponent. They play unorthodox style, and yeah, individually, of course, we can have more impact from the wingers. We can play more diagonal, I think, through the gaps and not always around the block. But I need also to have a look at it if it was really open or if they defended just so deep. I rewatched the first goal, and I think Jude played a ball against 10 defenders in a line in a depth of 8 meters. So the whole block was in a line of 8 meters. We struggled to find chip balls and to understand when the timing of the runs, but we will get better at this. I'm sure, and we will look at it, have video sessions, and make sure that we find solutions for it for Monday.
yes and all I summer England one coach I fan say Thomas Tuchel TT and I'll tell say you done accepts Emma you tip for an pay and some never show so now just coach never so trust and Pousha sa assistant Crana Jude Adama Larry Skelly Emma Chesa Kurani di Kasha first go Adama national team now was it your best work calling in answer or Chesa Jude I Juman against I 10 men behind the ball so you can't down the ball to Museo Emma Chesa Femo and some calling in another Chesa Benya Fono woman behind the ball woman defending to me now today Emma national team ever call you Ninkari Aya come the second watching us Spain or game on the Netherlands Abonamete say yes already take it to the crown and some are sold out our badge as atmosphere some other packed our penny a Johnson other son you know and some update a banana peno yet the Emma yet for some our show so now my man Fanto one in Africa Jama Yamaswanafe Yemfa a club stars and some more and some Emma Africa no abon for some tumre bon star said you be am say shamakuma ko enum ama chasa child antimi antima resource ne eno Burkina Faso wo shamakuma ko for ama Djibouti wo some antimi ant enwa no wo branch fansa aye Josiu Tendre Buego one of our first go Bertrand Traoré ebobi and what Mohamed aye Zugrana ebo go and Felasina Traoré on some go and some Burkina team no and Ethiopia some away no woman is 2-0 Adma Egypt Ameno Mama Salah Salah Kabanya Gona Mamia and Mosala some Okosha go our Brazil and your second goal and some Adma Egypt national team and our Brokobasa Salah Esha go on and I say assist Ama Kotana your fan says Zizo and some second goal and some Adma my I fan Egypt our Banina and some game of Baswa and also and I enjoy highlight in the after DRC DR Congo woman some Sudan Karabako woman antimiante ayetio bongonda wono ana shasa gono and some arma DRC and some ameno and wa Rwanda national team no and some our Kigali woman zutuza arma Nigeria team no ayo Simen enwa wonom ana share first goal wonom ana sabo second goal na adiaba ko nsa mekai na no ya mebeka sa William Trust Ekon wamba ko na share assignment na by your stories so say Simen yo bi omunim dada odi e bon ya boko aye far post say bia bia aye first goal no botu de e wachire obos all at the right place at the right time e bia nie ana cheso Simen erinya sa goal no and some Nigeria sansa wo mo peja ball ko far post and Simen so aye connection in Nigeria I just about 2 goals yet the update ever say enwa and some about Polo Queen Sarame Katimono woman about 2-0 and some Charles Soto Emeno and what Korane fans Rele Bohile Mafoken one about first goal Jaden Adams about second goal and some Bafana and I game about Sunija Timono woman some Morocco boy I'm just a Morocco national Timono and some Kanije Ekano Amani Jamero woman Chemu Baku in fact ayani Jakwan about first goal Yusuf Umaru one and I just about first goal some Armani J Ismail Sabari and I restore parity about Bayerie I 90+2 and a player your father Bilal Al Kanous and your second goal and as a winning goal and some Arma Morocco mano and what Burundi Ewofie woman some 1-0 and Malacot d'Ivoire Costa mano woman a defending champion and some of Africa not just Ivan Gusend I know and I shall go and my Ivory Coast Mina and also some game about Algeria Chiwanom to a proper position Algeria Timono and I'm also Kwame Amokoshami and I'm a Botswana and some Academy Bako I mean Guri about first goal Mohamed Amoura about second goal I brought to set to Bogo Kopelang Anote Bako and some Botswana and Sana Mohamed Amoura ebiem ababa krane win ama game no and some aye 3-1 ewa we Guinea man no woman Somalia ebo golas draw okay to finish wo masa ayam kwara yare na beko was it Guinea for permit me a go back krawo wo nzo betwam na ogina ha a chesanu se game enwa no and some abaso Equatorial Guinea wo sha Sao Tome and Principe akanu yerum amoso antimi ante the good old Emilio Iswe no and some ababa first goal and Ivan Salvador and some second goal ma Equatorial Guinea no anya million so no ka so o man me bona sha team bi no no edu dia de omra aha se wo ka bo bia be so ko bi etiano ensom anu no na ma me so to am sem wa be ko ba so mu ye game shara ma wo ma mi table no one after the other ebia from group A ensom anu ko si group I ni na no answer Black Stars ye group anu twato na sha ko de kama no kwansa wo mu betimi a finish as one of the best second place teams no anom ayade se nyapa Egypt die wo ma titim am sa akabaya so far by Manchester by me Zambia and I said Nubia also Monsono and some letting ball not just a 5 more to go society to mano one some other so on course one some bet me a cafe mama and your Burkina and that's why group me that say Sudan our 10 DRC our 10 Senegal our 18 tonight so come as a game about Senegal you know one some let me show my first Sudan not just some kwako decline and some our table Sudan game no I you know 7 o'clock and about so Ghana ni this year your fan coach James Akwasi Apia and some the man womo ana ko sa match shark for mo kwama me yansana yasaba group no so because omo tron na niem da say womo ana che so mo tele to mo pomono James Akwasi Apia baba say yes coach and some supervisor director ma James Elie masa unia ni abre wona Senegal na bosansa World Cup qualifier game ayo ba grouper womo dem wo ana dikre no na che Sudan man ya juma pa fei yensa ko groups no so abiemwe na che group C no wo said ya no so city South Africa our 10 and 8 womo some Crown Benin our 8 Tanzania Rwanda our 7 Nigeria our 6 there's so far World Cup qualifier matches no Nigeria no some our from Kakra afayen kwa the next group no and some group D womo now some our 5 games a year na Cabo Verde I can say Cape Verde no womo our 10 Cameroon, our 9, Libya, our 8, Angola, our 7, Mauritius, our 4, and Eswatini, Sana Nobia came near Canis, I Swaziland, Donane, one our 1 point of faith, Famako, the next group A, not just Eno, and also Ababa, now Morocco, our 12 points, I say, Niger, and some our 6, and number 4, it be our 3, Tanzania, our 6, Ama Zambia, our 3, na Congo, and some other point to be our Brano, and some update by the next group A, and also a group F no Ivory Coast our 13 Gabon our 12 afa Burundi womo our 7 Kenya our 6 Oman Ayefana Gambia womo our 4 ana Seychelles amino womo som our she okaya gro but was so charate she e basa e kro masabata womo our she no na Gino or Gia our 12 points afa Mozambique and some our 12 points Guinea our 7 Botswana our 6 Uganda the Cranes our 6 Ansana Somalia, one some our just a point, Famiko 8, and also Tunisia, woman about 13, Namibia, and some our 11, Liberia, our 7, Malawi, our 6, and our main, I am Father Equatorial Guinea, woman our 6, and Sao Tome and Principe, woman some our share, young quad the next group, I just I need here, not just like Black Stars, our 12, Madagascar, our 10, Comoros, our 9, Mali, our 8, Central African Republic, our 4, and a Chad, and some our share, I say, Mama the ultimate, one woman finish as one of the best second placed teams and on somebody can catch a group 8 from A to I 8 what be the first be what qualify 8 teams next ayaba be 4 area so it is when you bokoni na ebi mo rank no it Cameroon to me fro ba Burkina some to me fro ko Benin to me fro ko sana no and some be say na mo dey shock ni say on say Nigeria enyam pie wa ha and say Nigeria for na toto mo no ma ye na bi o ma nya points ama points accrued and for man fro and for maha na so man to me ni kan group no dia I just automatically Nigeria for no and sometimes to me qualifying to Nigeria and some like come and to bet me finish as one of the best second placed teams as of now. Gabon our 12 points, Mozambique our 12, Namibia 11, and Madagascar and some our 10. Next year credit DK group no na you 12 obi the day ababa no yeah massa obi 12 ababa top and to set one year and no some I don't know now for me call and was Africa game no man of the match and some akwada no about first goal na your phone say Rele Bohile Mafoken na Rele Bohile and o man of the match I want to know what more present yes Kademano medical catchers abebi Ceramic afo game akwara ni onu say no so born the first official game onu so na make the debut and was show go Chelsea Jumana who go Bruce Abarama Ceramic Kameno onu so na ye Juma Tempa enwa the first game the first goal man of the match award do present aya amount and some man aya 10,000 rand and I'm the market and all the dollars aya $548 and some aya award akwara ni almost present and man aya national team omoye debutant Kebia no Ghana ye be a play or man of the match and Ghana squad no na ka present ebia bibia ti say and some man tiano aya Sara Kadena City mama Lesotho e coach na ye follow Leslie Noxie na Leslie Noxie enye wasem amoba match ni mo di ka hu say ebesi ampa and wanna see say na game na ebesi akọ ampa and wanna and su koi it is omo use 2-0 and some bafana na say Shadensi yentie Lesotho wo coach Leslie Noxie
actually came out the way we had expected. You know, we were able to absorb in the first 15 minutes. We knew that they would come strong, so the idea was just to hang in there, absorb everything, and try as much as we can to hit on the break. And I think up till the break, then continue. Yes, of course, we saw that the opposition changed the way they were playing, overloading up front. We also had to adjust. But then on the 60th minute, I think that's when we lost composure and we scored, we conceded. And within 3 minutes again, we conceded. I think that's where we lost the game. But at the same time, I think I can say
Edman Ceramic Kameno, where a coach and fancy Leslie Noxie, and I'll tell you, you're getting some Edema, you're from a direct opposite number. And I have a Bafana coach, your fan who got Bruce, and what he came on me was so ball and your polo crane. Answer me catch off, sir. When we can because so polo crane, a bunch so was so boss supporters numbers, hey, and what stadium be a bomber, I just will never be cry. And I just all the night and some that's what say, we're bombing now, so I was so sir. I want to buy and supporters also boy I can be and I'm to win game match and now I get tough e be some and say woman opponent on person be lose because you na Lesotho team no woman pet defeat into no be am say game no e mo abed na so no mo ba mo beta mo chi mane ma and some I come there I was so bomb about so yentie coach who go brew
and I'm happy to see that we played the game for a full house. That means that at least the South Africans start to love this Bafana team. And I said it already in the past that a crowd is very important, certainly when you have difficult games. And today it was a difficult game. Okay, we won, we dominated 90 minutes. They didn't have any chance to score. But at the other side you have to score. And the first half we had 4 good chances, we couldn't score. And then sometimes in a game like that, you can't score and you lose points. But yes, when you see the crowd today, how they supported us, how they pushed us in front and pushed us to score goals, then they can only be happy. I want to thank the crowd today.
Bruce and our test and excepts in no yet the MNT and yet the person of France and about faith was a performance and castle and so pan or you're happy as a performance and not boys and done it you know Nania so I'm more prepared your cock ball 1 month's game and no I Yamia Duma next week Tuesday I'm on a Benin but wait and your performance at the Anna manager and say well you're happy Yentia who go
the performance of my team we said this afternoon in the pre-match meeting that maybe today we have to fight more than to play football, but we did both. We played football, good football, had 7-8 good chances to score, a little bit unluck also in certain moments, but we fight it also. And I think this is something that this team can do, and what happened last year in Africa, we learned.
Mohamed Salah on him say, "Well, be good so I bought 2026 World Cup. I qualify matches. You have 5 matches. Salah no, was 6 goals. I assist Emma Kumiensa. Now just after 5 matches played, Emma Egypt. Our the current World Cup qualify matches. No, I had 9 goal involvement. I know we have found some more Salah and some and one more Dombane was so. Now you see, and what game no across Morocco. Now only say the person I must stadium say you say woman of Ethiopia for no more use Morocco facility no. Woman should I say take it to the other ball for I just say I can say be a popular stand no. Woman the call I get $30 and the VIP a call $100 and yes Morocco for the Drew Gator. When was I come Morocco for no more and some take it abba. Woman will do get on say now Sabi match full say na moja I get $30 and $100. Say na come over support Egypt in Tiasan say na Ethiopia from person in Panama to draw na ometimi support Egypt ninti and mo share them me aboard me say be o machine na Morocco for na am tua support Egypt one strategy na Ethiopia for use to mo aboard ye dendia moma edubo say share the picture bi a stadium no achi as a police for no o mai mi am the to just a barrier ni bi o no abon say wo mo draw no say masensan say achi nkwai because aboard the identity to no and some way at the time coach no just say Ibrahim Hassan o say you want to just wo omadim kunim kamani me ko so o munya qualify mo bia me kasa no ma dabi obia no wa qualify no and some no Nigeria coach no fanama me you found Eric Shell after the game was some odiri pass enkundo be din away no aye kama na mo strategy and no Nigeria ya and mo bawe ebe say 2-0 e Kigali no yintes man Nigeria Super Green Eagles coach you found Eric Shell and some
difficult game because Rwanda has a great team. I know the coach, he's a good coach. We make a great game too. I'm so happy and proud for my players, for my guys, for Nigerian people. We work a lot during one week, 2 training sessions, but lots of video session, lot of information for my players. So we have the game plan, and the players make this game plan. So for me, I think the victory, the win, it's normal. It was a difficult game because Rwanda.
Yembra aye clubs le jano so kakra mama fan to anim so kaya o we fan say PK and Shakira wo ma jai for years any na obano emsa still medical ben stories no several ones and I say several stories am catch us da bia no yana emsa o da so din wo ya bia du ba bi kra na wonu ne nkwara ne te Miami yana ba ma kra ba so ba sra nkwara na be issue na say kra kakra bi say ba say PK say nkwara no obano peso be hu mo ne aduru say mama bi na aye Mexico aye concert Shagman video no na Shakira concert ayo Mexico no yesi le fans da so di atem Shakira ni concert ayo Mexico hunyum a chese sikadie obi pa no we bosho ba ko ni pa ba chese babia aye fully packed over phone lighter na o ma so so na sembo flashlight wo mo som asoso a cha Shakira da so hweska ensom ayo Mexico ane ne Monteso na say yesi fans bi sorry am say wo mu dipika to mo mu zu forward and some animal PK na sabi adinche mo fanchame fuck you PK anom aye chesa atemdia e mani bi adema kunye wadema PK yeso mu kobisa bako se omo ni PK atema wo mu ntimi heal from broken heart na broken heart ya pa wo no ba jiju obana sa akwakwja no subuna ni amanei wo be diaro ho tini so wo 2010 World Cup uchesi gay si sham wo final wutimi ba final kwani akeka ya dada gay yama chesa watchema wono mienu wi afa be so chesa wa no ganti to ntom say demona omu dina temno na demona na chesomo nsom ehie na since 2022 the be omusu wo time pk e makumam 81-2 ready sabi fuck you pk na cheseno enso akosubiem ama chesesane ma nyina no enso asa ba so bounce for no muti ayenye report amensa kanso anesa woko ayanda 21 hours Spain yes federation say wo mu jankora no mienu amamo Gerard Martin and Fermin Aya Lopez afei aya branch of Sam aye Toure womu nyina no omu jai adiama Barca because nyame yaduma aye 27th ana Barca ne Osasuna for game no awasa no som abaso mo mpese bia Barca beba be na place na ntimi amanta na de bia ne ene se no mu suse bia Rafinha ensom are chese Ronaldo Araujo ebia omu ntimi medu ntamene yete so betimi aba on time no womu so mo se ba be jan kwara mo kwanda 21 enso adiama Barca team no enso fati adia no report on second anya sporting enko a and be a manager and person could have bonum report on me yan say yes sikasem and so can I'm saying also fact sika what general ayana a draining into camino and some Tabayan Komu Jano Kwama Carbon Quadia and then comes a Bama Montempano and some and your bad essa medical about to him say Luis Diaz and you'll be a bassa for the epic. Na wanu sunya obeko ene kwari yesi a chenda because ene said ya Liverpool team no asem yo mesi akwa betie so wo mu parade na ba wo ma so mu we ebari nyina no ban no yeso otu no fone baba kwari wodi kan kama chese wiase nyina chese akwadan no club obaso bo enso aye Barcelona eteme no kase de mense kan nyina no sa akwadan no yesi ade bia oso otimi ye ema chese Barca move abaso bia no wanu so abe ama Barca move no eno so abaso ajamana eno so aye update eba fei wuju Juventus ade eba say mebeka managers bidi acho nanu yasa Sudan on the interim onye mebeka chesa Roberto Mancini meka so no ansom onye ansana enei manager for set Thiago Motta future ansom agina said ye January a game ebesi akoso na metese yesa for show one show Julie ebe so mo pamano because woman person and gwase abeba na metese Mancini no emsam watiase say be on the interim wabaya juma no yes a 4 months contract and woman discuss be so ma kuma konai na 4 months contract no ayare say club world championship eshem obekwaba okono obomodia ebe speaki amano ebiem otumiri jufi ensom qualify for Champions League dia na nem guaranteed second bia so no wanu so betimenya contract extension ensom awo jufi eno aye seria mensaka wonsemi nyina no ye de aba fe boboku a ye fa no Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper no aye Giorgio Donnarumma na boy ni ye de minya no sa akoda no say period no wanu so abeso fu telephone as of now woman some any Ethiopia mo team no Jemensa kan say boy no be so return to Italy no be so return to Italy no yes so fu so ba Italy be boa amateur so professionally no man so tumi akokama e de man on person no Paris Saint-Germain e be nya problem team ya sam no woman kan ye ansana wono some afi wako Manchester for Arsenal woman you know per brand in Bimbo our senior kai and some Brentford or be abakana sempai no so now report me nya say Newcastle wobokuro woman and so almost stand it tall now deba come Newcastle qualify they say woman say Brentford asking price around 50 million pounds nene yes Newcastle for say woman some abetua Chelsea team no woman say Victor Osimhen nene woman dinachi den bia ya beka na ready yes ya do twam say dia kodai esi ya joining numbers or call Galatasaray no say fluka and call Galatasaray and continue nya juma no wo bana shetim so am oshene yes wono ana still when major as a prime target our Chelsea woman list so we be am say our Chelsea fan intano and some akasa de ma wono minimum yes Manchester for say womono ansama beka se wasumos Holland Napoli for ebe so me final call na yes Manchester for say nka mo hwe na nka bia swap deal na ne swap deal no mo je e bia Holland dia ni ape kakra e dia so e dia mam se de be a anka Osimhen no so adeba enti obi am se boy no aye Chelsea e fa ne mom board ye someone come asem ya wono so mabetimi adwane boboku no ana Aston Villa so say Marcus Rashford agena fei wo mo ntwa no obi me kan tro mo so be say permanent deal initially one make say be a rush for abesa pese abesa bo another loan ama Aston Villa no maintain na no pay say and a permanent deal around 40 million pounds I know and some amount one some abesa baso na catch us a real fan Edu Gaspar akọ Nottingham abesha siamba kana man for musa cross na wo fi Arsenal akọ Nottingham no aye sporting director on some our Arsenal no we some called Douglas Luiz ebefi Bobokua ye fan say Juve and some abra aye Arsenal team no and now akọ enti me say kan say Douglas Luiz no me say Edu Gaspar and some abaso de bra Bobokua ye fan say no and some aye Nottingham Forest wa bene wo some try say Champions League no wo some qualifying na ay update if amaso deba Real Madrid team no yes Federico Valverde wo bobo no no say so tie obi but am say anya bibia na si concerns bia no Valverde so obi no and some ya so starting game am Uruguay wo mu na report to be a chese e bia ban apron to mo chese obi no na chese o say man some etimi kokema and some adman no and some update ba hu some nyina no ye de am ye class report to amunyina e wa ha a chese na ye ba behwem na ye de ye dia kan nyina area so de ama ye chefo enano pay e wo show no so na meza bibia e find
oh nyame adom fancy bibia e boko na me ditumi so ho ye
oh nyame adom kakra
when you lazy mia Black Stars yellow ne there's a pampe full support
skill pan ye
yes
you say bibia e find
ala de ni nia
bibia kupa ya okay
bibia very calm
abema ba no what's our Musa money me address ye mra quick ana mo ye
ya fase ba quick na it mean share your my baby there be go straight to the point obama be anywhere onya eyini bida you say both finishing that wow also yeah bema unya 1 minute or 2 minute finishing no bema bia was asubia you first it let's say bema bia ebia told that
meza ya yini chi onye nipa
ani to ne me ya
na me mo fa fa so na also
me say bema bia was asubia sadi ne bia
eye de obesi fam enti wota ni mo fara na mi pebot no ka mi pebot sembo ya no mataza no mo hese mataza
oh but serious bema bia was as bia
kasama meme nyina kasama ho bia guy over say Johnny ana Johnny Sin bema
bia was as
mabodi no o ye dey hu Johnny Sin you know me so adam for Johnny Sin
a drone wa ba bema bia was as so bia your natural cycle will once in a while
now the news
be 1 minute
now taraso akosi mfie sai kwaku o taraso akosi mfie sai kwaku okay then we same boat okay as me kwadi me hunu bo una hu boy
ba say Johnny say no one
as a bad man ba say bad man in the tie hard God Johnny say a bad man
but as a bad man no for panipa
bad man
the friend Johnny say now we porn wa google but as no for panipa
but as for panipa
ya work school ni ama homework assignments cram teacher no be say homework assignment ka o me only see I can't do anything go
power say yo
man how are you bro I was on about share no masa don't see the one wine and inside you know ni fa atwo mo fo e see e body me na kasre wo yemre na fe because Ghana so Premier League matches on team mean say Africa na no yem fan bra aye Black Stars so na time
but fancy na represent only power game there
kwasi apia yeah
crucial game pa
oh yeah on Senegal some me story
baby a coach da any Senegalese baby o musu team ne da no you would understand say na sikasem bi ya to ache kakra eti nanu adano there was an interview with the FA president of Sudan ana odi tu dwa say how omo sika sem no transfer sky city anything no ana ama kwesi apia omo ntimi mfa ne sika na ne sika ne ntimi embedru ye no. But this is the time omo hia saade we. They've already qualified for the AFCON, united the country, and I think qualifying for the World Cup or even qualifying for the playoffs of the World Cup will even unite the country more. And you say Al Hilal omo league, you say omo clubs na hold on omo league, you know, because of omo issues no omo face, you know, and almost also based on Saudi. And now me ko tie mu nkomo didi mu nkomo bebre Ignatius Mechawe na no pay Ignatius na na bo Monday and Thursday special okuti so bokumasi bia ye na na bo okuti and he nkomo na me Ignatius na mu say mu sika iska mo ko first ka we ni ada. Then he made mention of good support from Saudi Arabian government, good support from other nations. Omo this keta omo chi so omo timi fa mo qualifiers ne emfa enwie ono ya no say so ni neighbor ne Cristiano Ronaldo to say umu na abra na be be o tire be Cristiano Ronaldo so ete. But that is just by the way. But I think Senegal also a good squad. Senegal as a coach, but they will need to also qualify for the World Cup. The other time no mo call World Cup 2022 omo bo mo modern timi ko manim there. But I think say players ne kuto omo the results no munyane there is a need for an improvement for the kind of results of Wontumi Agada. 8 points out of possible 4 games. This is so unlikely of Senegal. At least Komukuta 10 points out of 4 games in the crown because they've actually improved. But for Sudan to also play 4 games with 10 points, 2 points ahead of Senegal, Sudan need to lose in this game. Sudan can literally draw this game. Now the next one they will try and win because I'm draw 11 and my DR Congo share by 10. That means I'm DR Congo move by 1 point. Ometri Senegal mu by the same 2 points. By Senegal game na din chain. Omo groups no aka no. Meaning say DR Congo dey so din there. But DR Congo dey say that nye who be break say Senegal dey no. E dey Sudan. It is Sudan dey na koye either win or they will draw. But Senegal needs a win at all cost in this game to make sure somebody better Sudan about that face. A draw crama M1 Senegal. They will need to win the game at all costs. And also, a game never. Sadio Mane mobile ready. And also, must step it up. Papi Matasamo. And also, no must step it up. Kalidou Koulibaly mu. And also, mu train leadership. And yes, sir. And then more game new year no. Now Sudan 11 points and also 13 points. Morocco, Oman they know so. Good pitch. And I'm knowing how to grind out results out of some of these games.
But I deal so Obo neutral venue as home.
Yes.
Obia home no.
But see, this our team will qualify for the World Cup. I think history will be do a change say. Or they gonna qualify for the World Cup now, being the first Ghanaian, or they gonna qualify for the World Cup as a coach. But I'm eager to see him become successful. Fancy, I dare Fenny say what Ghana. How many times do you see Ghanaian coaches going outside the country to coach and being successful? Fancy, your players say Tom Modio Kwama na man should be baby. Ebi kwa no makobo no mabaji omudi no maba. Ebi kobo no mabaji odi no maba. But coaches no and proud was saying he will be. As a Ghanaian, I'll be super proud and I'll be rooting for Kwesi Appiah today. So all the list on draw. Because minim say Mauritania, South Sudan, Togo, omo maka wo mu no enye hu muro so saa because we timi anya points we fi Senegal ho de na wan nya points in free no. So I'm really looking forward say omo beti ma bo more than then they will qualify. Omo qualify kan omo bo playoff no kra na I'll be happy. Say at least we've gotten an exporter wako baby as a war-torn country like Sudan or the Oma qualify for AFCON. A beautiful story say was how the Oma qualify for either the World Cup or the World Cup playoffs. That is the game. Fancy my attention.
Well, I'm saying network na high more Facebook ya na drop mo fan share Sharak ya mo my also be one for complain and pound so drop sa well na me ma Steve Sana so kakra na afi na bani uti na Michael.
You see, there have been some fascinating stories concerning and regarding the FIFA World Cup and how some minnows ultimately travel to the apex of football. Now near Sudan area no be our be fan say air. But I think say if coach Kwesi Appiah is, you see, from 2023 April up to this point, this is a country we are faced with some political unrest. Now political unrest na abano asaba with the fact say football na also mo hodi You heard the story of Ivory Coast and what they had to face. And Sana in 2005, Didier Drogba and the likes, a team standing against the civil war and the war Ivory Coast with a World Cup qualification ticket. They did that. And you have stability afterwards, Abba in Ivory Coast. But so Rem war Sudan, a very big country, are rich in minerals in terms of oil. To pay on the continent, or more produce oil when you see now, almost can be. Now, the pace setters of African football, the origin of African football, no, Sudan are a part of those nations. Coming together, say an association of African football. Sudan can be the very first AFCON. They were part of teams that participating. But the reality is that Ntokano Aji, the better half of this nation, into over 150,000 lives, and elusi because of war. Now, nipa 4 million, and it was umujane free umukrum. Now, real 7 women say, Coach Kwesi Appiah say, "Oh, camper Shadrach Beboy in the screen now. You can't check it for oh camper." Before every session, oh wow, kwa ubenyane say. One of my players and a family member, Yashirin Nkwan. Now, Udru Unduman, baby, Merek ne Ahilad Warner.
Unduman.
2 teams in Inano, Omu venue or Mobobono, just few distance apart. And me, Sa stadium no, Asasi down winning Inano, ya converted be into graveyard. What's a Omu lose your life, no, you see you. Now, Sudan has started a World Cup qualifying round in a group with Senegal or Tope. Only this Senegal in that group. They are hosting Senegal away from home. Osha, in terms of quality there, Sudan ain't a match for Senegal. But Senegal more got toe to toe with the big boys be any good results in a group with DRC Zayel. Nanka Sudan does not say Obetimini will be Ako Jinaso or victory. But here they are. The reality is that they are leading the table. And if they are able to pick 3 points away, and more beyond that, because Sudan was an experienced manager. And most of the guys now are born on my check our Sudan national team. No, so winning the SSO. So Akomia can be brave, but the beautiful story of World Cup, no. So Kwesi Appiah coach 80 million qualifier. I think say we best surpass all the stories I can about football. Now Morocco also are on the verge of being the first African country to qualify because of our group. We don't say 6 groups, but Eritrea was our group now. Mono because of band they will not be participating. But Morocco no the hub of African football. Into most of the qualifier now matches in honor mobono. But the Morocco fancy and you knew. But a wet noting say, the beautiful days of Ivory Coast and Ghana, you started from 2006. There was that consistency because they were big boys, you know. So the question you ask yourself, say, I didn't think Morocco DA or my semi-finalist in the last World Cup or bar AFCON and also film. That has been the story of teams sorry saying from 2006 you Ivory Coast, you Ghana, you Togo but from 2010 the winners of the AFCON and yet yet favorites to win the AFCON from 2010 2012 Zambia and Beje 2013 Stephen Keshi the Nigeria Beje check 2015 Ivory Coast over competition. No one fancies to win the competition, but they went ahead to win. 2017 Cameroon, Egypt to win that competition. 2019 Jamal Belmadi at the Algeria by Riyad Mahrez. But ahead of that competition, no, not Algeria and yet sure bet to pick that competition. They went on to win. And then Senegal again came in 2021. They won that competition. The last trophy at the AFCON won Nigeria, Ivory Coast. But as an analyst, I will read the African game. No, there was no way say cause a competition. No, you would tip Ivory Coast say on Beje.
Yeah, even after some bomb group stages square.
In Morocco, may have found some good form at dominating in terms of good football. But that story, who be that? Who that of Ivory Coast and Ghana from 2005 upwards. And what be the Morocco AE? But Omaba and your manager, their own. And then the more story near there. So Morocco AE, the managed by Walid Ouadraogo. And he is steering the affairs of Morocco. With that Casablanca FIFA World Club Championship, because of the CAF Champions League, and he has led the charge. So Morocco edge African football. We need from the traditional names now anymore. And then so be park and Morocco on the field too. They are doing well. So I wouldn't be surprised. So the first ticket for Canada, Mexico, and then the US.
Wow, Steve, may I say? I don't have a marriage at her. Mommy, we should coach Kwesi Appiah baby will be the very best of luck. Na me so many di game na chipa but me ha me enko because of baby akomiane Steve o ma roro pa. African game ni the air there. Steve can say I always say or twice ra Sudan or Basel Cup Morocco. I always say twice so but yes so about the ofia definitely so jay brenibi. And na Ghana game no hon command the door so pa na me catch me ki say Jesse Nra yes the ball no was one moment a twem adwene call. You just say I just cast and I was asking you say how has your history in terms of changing jerseys been? Your success with white, your success with yellow no even at some point it Misha black. I was trying to find out because I want you baby I'm D Magroko. Okay. And then the choice of the lineup against Chad, proud to the game. And then I will panic. I will go through preparation, all of that. Sign up as a game. Me, my direction, and send me Kamara Dean, a second ball right back in against Chad. Ahead of Shinla. I'm not saying Shinla or Bobby or Mobibi, but my person say we should have seen Kamara Dean. Yes, preferentially. Me, no person who Kamara Dean, no person who Simpson. Instead of probably be a Jiku or Salusino, two. I will find a say be a Chad into a match be my think I don't want some emblem who do so that because a team like starting 11 if you want to be strong as a nation, we will Spain on starting 11. I actually point and I say your opponent to be said kitchen minutes be brain no more and knock it so hard, you give them the opportunity to play. Share and now I said about me pressure and corner so, but it's giving him confidence. I can tell you about them. Ronaldinho ban a bonnet kunko near clean sheet that kind of start. But Benjamin Asara facing lots of pressure. I said the kind I'm saying coach no I lie no but yeah you game no make sure that set time or entity one you game quickly na yanko and no tactically na you was so I'm not saying so opponent inferior, but there are a lot of variations and flexibility your team. Me who 4-1-4-1, me who 4-1-3-2, me who 4-3-3. Then you know change your game no more. Wow. Then you know necessary with or without the ball. Area you drew me who a lot of triangles. And as Niyama was my best player. Now, as also cast some Chamiki was sports council, the Musano. Next sports council with Tima, a boy, a national team, no crown, players with Bray Bobo. Minimum be our fast, but and the name of free sports council team. And it's not for the buyer on Babus as a seminal. Check every time a Baba buy a bono, Mobus, next year, my home comono. The major talking points too, a Frasafo, or Boss Sports Council, or Frasafo. But your sports council of Frico Olympic Leon and Asa Nojlando. A boy right to dream, but people still feel say the root, sports council team now. I want to have a chichabono, San Crano. People want to see that team. People really want to see a team flourish. You caught game quickly. The roller coach in the man and Rano was an explicit roller of Bobo Niepa, of former triangle with Dudomen Sansemenyo, of former triangle with Kudus and then Transparte in Medford, and of function so well. Now, Sashadaka ready, I'm ready. I'm ready game quickly now. And yeah, man, they will game no more during the course of the 90 minutes, changes, variations, where a flexible, but be on my a bit rigid. Mimi Trimu Ghana here number 9 for 4. What's it? You here number 9 for 4. You need striker. Your strikers, baby. But your percentage number 9 be the African game, fitting to the African game, What will you say, Shadrach Engineer has say? And now about 9 for me and Sunny don't start the game
it was the first time I had boss out for me and son ya winnie. And of course mommy and son your goals at your home affiliation here kasa.
I know okay say your bomb mommy and son my entire winnie. So you're making checks. It means see be requires a backward from an army no film. And sana for the first time me and son I bomb mommy and son you winnie. And then you now say she go quiet.
But you see, it was funny because me saw some of the men for some moments we know. Me permission against a stiffer opposition. And a workload do not channel and then talk about top war. So me and say boy, I am telling you say the future. Hey, yo, come on a football, come on a radio. Enaki and right can crap at show apart from going on the tournament to know who game them. Nike say oh yeah Juma. How many times any who Jordan say oh yeah Juma as a number 9. Now omo me say type ni nyina no. Yaw. O boma o brepa but yen hwe game nim coach dey start say Benjamin Asaro go post nim. And a ball Jiku and Salisu I want central defense and a ball Gideon Mensa Shinla Latras no Fifino was funny. It might feel on people say oh Kudus and Thomas Partey, but by role and function nipa no obey Thomas Partey pa ANS Nyama.
Yes
Kudus not only Jordan and a ball top war. It's in a Sunyama Kudus Thomas Partey open me and Sunday I want to know one Fifino and then when you're number 9 for me and son. Oh, top number 9 for no. Jordan who here born one and I say, and tell some you here born one and I say, Nike Williams who here born was through all the space. It told me and said, you know, Obia here second, you could be a Juma Bidiamano. But you be drawn more a stiffer big girl position. A man could be a dear baby so it's a Shadrack money and co. Oh, share the old TV so I formation in the old TV no so way a 4-1-4-1. 4-1-4-1 means Thomas Partey the lone anchor. It can say hold the back line. 4-1 and you know Babenya and a Sunyama, Wabenya Kudus, Inaki and Tuan Semenyo. 4 and you play no Babenya Jordan and you play quickly near really fast. So 4-1-4-1 way. Not SSS according to baby a born war. According to the Okra Bono and according to the person the born here. And then the Bamasa 4-1-4-1 where ya who say Thomas Partey the main job of and then you and net in the game, you know, a protected back line. But apart from that protection, or both playing no pay no. Apart from that protection, Thomas Partey na or yeah a Juma be a Salisune Jiku Omoto pa. It's a catch of 4-1-4-1. Thomas Partey stays and sits just in front of the back line. But yo, she formation is our TV no so assassin. The 4-1-4-1 you saw. Assassin about 4-1-3-2. Formation we say na has for coach. I have friend Abubakar Watara or bonus CA.
Okay.
Otuado, the second formation after so movie from the default 4-1-4-1. Wababe do 4-1-3-2. Now some formation Wababe do CA no and na coach Abubakar Watara obo. About 4-1 no 1 year Theophilus Collinson. No Abu Muhammad for me no Sani and Muhammad. Sani na Hussein asebe omiru nyina Muhammad owiano de Martin Kakari asoso no akwakonya 2 strikers e wona nim Kwabra Boateng ne Doda Asamoah Boateng no it was a typical so way Thomas Partey still or in adwuma on board quickly ne enko. So these are all variations on the field and I reflect as referee about the kickoff abena yekono. But yo, apart from this I'll be telling you another thing formation we sasu hu. And then come on you di against a positioner or you a bit weaker into on my high. And until they catch their coaches and they say tactical play against a weaker opposition. So that one year my person will implement under pressure. It's your back four in your Thomas Partey and count how many back four. At this point, we say session away. We say Gideon Mensa away. We push these guys, no more coming. Near drop back near the Thomas Partey so. Now back four and then a Pep Guardiola boy and it's Inter Milan.
Champions
League final. And then John Stones and it just our back training.
Okay.
Ruben Diaz, Natanaki, and Akanji. Or many people know about John Stones. But when did the Thomas Partey Shadrack and quickly. So roles, the variations within this system I will try to do both here child no. Now the amount Thomas Partey the other say every time you crab ball be a pass the corner in order to have control on the ball. Thomas Partey na drop it share in 50 for them. Now sister shape na me about ya 3 back. Free back with Juku Salisu and then Thomas Partey. Na 50 for na be Kudus more possible be me enko. You be Kudus and Sunyama. National Guinea mensa ba so Sunya 4. No ba be 9 for me and 3-4-3.
That is when I possess it.
You possess it. With Thomas Partey being the main possessor of the ball. And at this point, the best friends, 2 central defenders, and 2 central midfielders, Kudus and Nuyamano. But the best also am I control on the ball. And yet me Krabono. And none of this ball the control no. I'll be back to that. But you started the last build up on way there the typical 4-3-3. So we at the third system against Chad and Ra. 4-3-3 in the issue. 4-4 in our the man session logical Salisu. Then 15 for me and said you now person uno. Yeah. Now you see so Thomas Partey stays just at the base of Kudus and the Niama. 9 for me and Sano Omoda so top. And the 3-4-3 9 for me and Sano top. 4-3-3 9 for me and Sano top. In all that Thomas Partey and Niama Kudus and a system ni jina omoso. It is Russia. You make Thomas Partey when you say and feel from the animal to close here more. Now Thomas Partey the original say coach ne Casemiro ni ho. So see was a match 4-3-3 but Thomas Partey should be over free. Number 9 because number 9 no make chance on cut Thomas Partey out. Okay. But Thomas was told to say be cut out and wa fa unyansa even no. It was Thomas na ten ho free 9 ho. Yes. It was 10 who we am play ni enko. O 10 who we are near ba the back 3-4-3 na who you be.
Wow. So moment na ball be kwa kodi yen center backs no. I was commit 10 ho ba be hye omomo mfimfin. Ni abenya 3-4-3 na ye no. Because one of the ball carrier.
No fancy distributing name.
Wow.
It's one a better chair on the better chair the boss nako. Now so drop Kudus obet me say adwuma no. But Thomas Partey played closer to a position third and now box no or looking dangerous as Kudus. Kudus by opponent in the box now more dangerous say Thomas Partey.
Okay.
But when you know bit about the form no dey akose the Thomas e be fa kono. But you need Thomas to be at the base and Kudus to be in central midfield as the second phase of the build up. No the ball call. So Shadiana after this then we talk about all the 5 goals no how it goes in the bar having Thomas Partey dropping deep to form the new back three no and boy me a lot of control on the ball now allow Kudus Niama centrally Shinla and then Gideon Mensah wide near 9 for me so this was the throw now all that to throw no shall be a linesman Jirano Nesuniama na kebe to throw no but Shinla draw no catch I say on box ni packet to be no to job on him for no come home. No, but 2 no shell out to me box in Emma only a mamma to true. It will walk home. No men to true in Fama and come on the Diatron, be Bianca who you. After 2 rows and near my cock. Wako Kanashella to one of the amount. So watch Niama, he stays under 2 players, which is very pressured. There's only a pressured on playing. Now watch Niama and then watch the box. So you have 3 players in the box already. In addition to Kudus, Semenyo and a Jordan and a new man about Fabon. And the Jumani no more was here. And a kukru. Mahamat is sub drop by box in the player second to Confano and answer has folk about to 5 foreign players
for 6.
Chart for 6 Hasabala Isa. All the big cars and your entry oh yeah, Juma Bruta and I charted the F4 marketing more full.
Okay.
Because I has person with serious power. I was watching the boy. Sivo buy and I catch was saying who's Susado. I said who's Susado. I said, bra marketing for the guy is very good on the ball. Also, Nani a blaster from 12 year when you can't show opponents, But there were good players there. Said the Olympics score relegation. Benjamin Asare Chima blaster, There were good players, even though they considered 5, but there were good players in there. Your actual set pieces because free kick also they go by. Now this told me something about the blasters are Utuado Sheshe. On set pieces set pieces and when you say you go to a share you move 4 your set pieces. Whoa. You move 4. Last goal no your set pieces. There's one secret to be a home catch. 4 goals are set pieces. One of the goals share first one say true. Yeah. Shella the no share and then Semenyo share. And as I see who say ya to wa ko fufra ya ko Jordan ojina chisi o boy na Inaki ashe na Inaki dia no hwe ya Kudus na ka ba befa ashe na wanya na later no e kodi Inaki wa opeja ne nsa o connect the man no
and as me say commit more men into the box opponent in the box
now Inaki go we say se Kashadra kanya Inaki first goal for Ghana conference so ansa na de we na ba beto also
Gideon Mensah ya cross na man
Inaki ya 2 goals for Ghana ni nyina ni titi. It's giving us micro detail about the profile, no? Because here funny you gather enough information. One more under 17, one more 15, one more 20. I feel no about Blaster. The system he plays in at Bilbao is different here. You're saying the best out of him at the necessary. Because I don't know what the 2 goals say. So if someone gives us something different, has a ball and a baby trying on a telephone, a boy I'm second to call any house in chasing no. Now man can't give you for Jordan you once one say penalty there. There's one micro detail of Jordan and you are able to catch now. Jordan and you every time I'll be for penalty about Bono on maintaining eye contact until my shadow can general has say
no goalkeeper no
on show no when there be na the new pro the show go post rubber on the corner o wi anani even though one rubber on akobata no kura no wi anani and no kind of why 2016 I'm catch Messi say avoid eye contact with goalkeepers. 2016 Messi omo catch and personal analyst catch and say you should avoid eye contact. Richard Jordan di ade ball to one no obe wi na ni tu baako na de akwa goalkeeper no obe engage no with ball no ayi na ni ho sa sinitrase sa no wi na ni to once a one no aba be keeper no watch him. So when ma
pejani tina nkasampo
dabi because of pejana hu a wo ba bi ade na to be hwe bia na also gives you the information it wo yi na ni ho obenso hwe bia na seconds no asade na ni akoba bia ball no no obabe penanima ye busy all that we wan so okonachi na okonachi so onko bebre because okonachi a penalty no the run to the ball no ya na e ma goalkeeper no lot of confidence into okonachi bebre sa. Richard Jordan, he really continuously kept his eyeballs on the ball. And then few times be a only opportunity shake keeper no and this is why the guy has always been scoring the penalties, you know.
Okay.
I've other angles of the penalty na me ba catch but and then person goes so because not goes no doso. The third goal actually is okay there and this is also from the set piece. You got 4th goal so 4th goal by via out of the ball during turnover. Nobody crash out the funny you don't now we didn't just build up. Bonnie a set piece all right, but there are a lot of variations. So I converted 4-2-4. It be catch us a Niama. The perfect partner for Thomas Partey was Niama. It should be a Niama or there should be a Kudus war. Kudus was part of the offensive quadruple. 4 now top no. Semenyo Jordan Inaki mono Kudus akoso so man 4 number 9 for me and akoso so man 4 no Niama as part of Thomas Partey partner. And kaya wo mi no mfichira ke beka say Kudus brawachi na Niama enkoto. But Kudus was at the higher there. 4-2-4. We in a build up no. Esaso mami who the triangles na wo no. Now triangles in say there are a lot of triangles in the game. Triangles a zonal understanding a coaches in the create. It's triangle ba ko ye Niama Kudus and then Thomas Partey. But ocean the 4-1-4 we na medika catch on 4-1-4-1 with Jordan Thomas Partey, the shield and the anchor no the focus no. I don't know who. It's Niama Osha or Nick Kudus, Thomas Partey, and then himself and a former one triangle with Fifi say, but Niama D. Boy will say Niama D. Now you see Niama side. This is the typical 4-3-3. It's a 4-1-4-1 convertible 4-3-3 with the 3 central midfielders. It's a hand over who's a Niama or function as a midfielder as auxiliary attacker to the 4 normal cardiac. Now watch Niama. The triangle back on the perfect.
Okay.
Also Thomas ni Kudus so o wi na ba so Semenyo ene Gideon Mensah so e wase ha it was a Niama na so another triangle no say yes ye jawo mu ha ye dey ko and this is how Utuado build the systems ahead of the Chad game no and we know and the desa corner the buy you nya the 4th set piece and we have 5 in a share no and move 4 a set piece and yes I should go now set piece go here by ya on common in here Utuado catch there or more a team no nyina say omo na be gina fa ko no mo nye a specified job bia what define their mom nyina it will share with TV no so ubenya Thomas Partey ubenya Salisu ubesa so anya this player me hu ni ye ha Salisu Thomas Partey wa ha ina kina block keeper no ina kina disturb keeper no ena ubenya Jordan okay omo play ni nhwe ni ye omo play no na ohwe da bia Chelsea blue no wono a e Jordan ni jiku na wo ho ba bia na Chelsea blue bi wono Jordan ni jiku na wo ho ena me nsane Thomas Partey Salisu ena who play akra me akra se me hu ena semenyo Antoine eti omo na wo team num sa 5 no jiku Jordan semenyo Thomas Partey and of course Salisu na wo ba bia na ina to disturb keeper onko na chiki problem nche de nti nipa ba ko pe na aten ho gina referee no right wo ha say Kudus row no onko box room because only aerial durability
okay
okosra onko ya bibia but omo one ho na outside na ogina no he's there to pick the second ball because from distance your team nyina no on the power ultimate shooting from distance apart from ono Thomas Partey but Thomas Partey height ni nti ya de no box room
say we bia omo pimpie ana keeper na bati pie na be top box na chia
hono bo so Kudus ho
enim shot no ball
hono wo be
so we know nature say after you coach no to no prefer more height so mbe ko box no about a piece
na omo dominative etu we ka Tariq e was so
the kana ye ko Nigeria no na Partey wo box na chi no mpia ball man no ball straight shot so this time Partey be ko box na Kudus abachi
yes sir we ya wo hwe Isahaku e wo ye game wa fashion to we hu outside the box.
Okay.
Tariq Bukari Ubehumu outside the box. And I have evidence of these games to what we use. Here's what we I have evidence I also here in different games as Uncle United outside. And this is how Salisu Asusunya that goal no. Now you're the last goal no dey na FA because last goal no Nkrofono Chad one player pen and 9 can ball and sign the ball no kwakoto net no. From Benjamin Asare or corner no. Chad the one player 9 can ball no until any no TV no so no. How check corner no dey share no tom. Now Benjamin no ya dey be every ball be obechiri bia no on na so to Ghana Premier League say dey see the ball so. Me see me hu na me catch say so uche ball between start attack in term say Ghana Premier League no keepers no waste time.
Uche ball now.
Ball no tati akra na ball your tro be da so. Amudi say ball no. Ball naturally by the principles of the game. Ya mo na 10 minutes no. Ya should do no about 30 minutes etugu. Na Ghana Premier League ni dem say ya. Yes, say by 15 minutes.
So when that ball no say that me start a quick attack.
Ederson ama 3 assists as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Bako to Aguero. Bako
Alisson so crown now yeah.
You see, so keepers play because you are the first attacker without the ball. You are the first attacker without the ball. The turn the ball you crown no. You start us first, but the time is always paramount. If you are a top ball no corner no quickly. This is a corner. Where the slow motion about the stable obi o should be because that time ball on the court. You build it up with the court, and this is the other side of the game one. And here this is the only time a Chad player in your touch. That was a clearance. But you still treat it as a touch. Yes. If you could be an eye beam, but the triangle of Niyama Jordan ebesa to be in addition to Gideon Mensah. Now some Nyako Jordan ho, and also another variation. No woman game. Now you shall be a chin and Crawford consider 4 goals. No more also defending in 4-5-1. Minimum the how more. I consider 4. No more say defending in 4-5-1. 4-5-1. Yeah, look at how many players are committed into on one and Kasana area now, and immense as I say, so you're pushing more men forward. So the baby with me as suffocating almost spaces, you know. And this is it. About 42 passes here. You change 42 touches. Sorry, 12 different passes. Blaster keep you born, and then the rotation. You see, send me a mabaseha, and then some inside. This was how the last goal was scored.
Wow.
From Benjamin Asare, the build-up was smooth. They kept the ball, negotiated, they recycled a lot of passes. But when you enjoy Madagascar, I want to see these principles of the game between me and manifested against the coach.
and I say I child in Tinebia na plan ni ana.
And I say ye child in T and ye plan ni na ye come Madagascar no or best son inside for. But bia ina ki go no afe na aba. And no share ya bo no ye bread course ro amfa. And I give you mensa. Even we cry cross on a coil, record them Ashimeru
Kobaris cycle.
A more cycle about 3 times. That's right. And Sana, you see another header.
So now Onanya born on Quadia. Because me not crossing the coin now, me who swear names obeshe.
Yes.
Kobono, not power names are born premier no or the power about born.
It is a technical directorate in a stronger and monitor this staffer. A friend here who say the guy they pay off. You see, if the more and more we supply him from this angle, no, so yeah, game ready. No, I didn't have pen and no to do problem. I'm not game the question. Yeah, I mean, we're full of Bob. I'm a technical report and you look at
my command for okay, no, boss.
Let's come the source because maybe another
referee.
Imagine Chama said, how on a game near corner. Let's say to what and you changes around 68 minutes.
About 60 minutes.
Yes. Now, Bibeka side in the because 16 70 the moon. But that 10 minutes, you know, a dear Yama footballers and now players, you know, you have no idea. Make game, I don't know why or stretch man cost 70. Thomas Partey shouldn't have crossed the 60.
Oh, yeah, really.
We also have new players. I have from we hear confidence to prepare them for the future. Lawrence Ajekum, Lawrence Ajekum. 4 goals, 60 minutes, bring these guys on. Apart from Lawrence, there's also Francis Abu. Typical 6, my catch show. You also 6, I hold on best 7 in the last 4 years. So having a young boy like Francis Ajekum, it should have been a great time for him. Kamara Dean right back. The boy is super player. 7 yellow card ball, boy. I say can respect what's wrong. Makasha Sivo say, Kotokopa right back, come on first get put on comedy madada. Opa onka, Masasu ka abomani actual doctor. Kamara Dino munya.
You're quite good. Feel another way yamaro.
Kotokonya Patrick Asiedu no. Nam say na ndi who say Kamara necessary or complete Patrick Asiedu. If you quote a time na say na mko fa Lodamo aba no. Kamara Dean is super player. Super player. Na oye come. Now me GG players so except to be a winning me because me share ball chair and at a phone me I've seen players so me can player be a good or a good. Kamara deserves to play out there. It's a big Ali Mutu. I'm telling you. Me the Miami team no. Omulusu G well but he's grown. Kamara has grown from Karela as gold okotu ko dwamu akon. Kojomo akondi
kojo call periphery
ene kojo call mediama ene osa toam no mediama no sakotu
no e kojo
di Africa no se kojo nya bibo no Kamara so nya bibo Kamara no ko ball left back na kojo ball right back yawo mini omo ha nti no
mate wo Mike mamemra won so hwe won kasai.
I have a lot of issues to speak to. I think so on the page Newton are justice to most of the developments, but there was one thing I also picked up then when Muni Koswa game ne Kosono Opeso who changes response positive from teammate because Kasabia Koswa I also more on pitch in Gitahudie not when they are in possession of the ball, when they are not in possession of the ball. And there was communication at various stages. Jiku and Salisu, there were conversations or Mojave where say party engaging with Chandler, engaging with Gideon Mensah at the point how to position each other. Could be Ayaje captain safe in same no. You expect so be show up. Nice so I mean Phoebe in the board, but no, he shrugged off everything and on the pitch he did the job excellently. Newton how he played crucial roles in your build up as the single pivot and then distributing passes anyway. But again, he was also a leader in terms of how he was directing players. Jina me the pass ne to Akosi or you say Jumanepa then Jordan the body language I think that for quite some time I saw Jordan who was more inclusive and more involved. He was including himself in almost every scenario, whether I say or Bobo Nibi and I say or encourage Obi. And then involvement in terms of so Okita Bona, he was facilitating the other back the money. So you look at throughout the team. Even for Benjamin Asari or a new player introducing, set piece by not here. Hey, no.
New thing, Mezia Mobisa say about communication because as a doubt will say fine, guys no more.
Just in numbers, big boys. Not a ding good just in just the numbers. Exactly.
But you didn't say what can because anyone say. Now, like of
I know 7 years old. You brought Panita Boom. I'm going to check a car.
Now, even, sir, the other question, fit go now, can. When I'm say, child for Nina, corner kicks in succession, no mean a threat to us. Me, he was firmly grounded, not three instructions them out. So, the overall communication of the team, to say Iñaki Williams, even yesterday, they were more involved. And Meshadi say your chance me a bonnie saying you could see the other teammate encouraging the other chance. Could you see a Jordan B? Jordan Iñaki Williams B or your Semenyo B at various stages see a say ball now. Instead Sanka will be thrown in sa obey way no. You could say, oh, what was so many pejano. You need to encourage that. And I listened to Jordan in an interview with the BBC. They don't necessarily need to be the best of friends, but they see themselves as a family and they are brothers. But for one common purpose in exactly, we would need this to progress. It means that behind the scenes, after see a failure to qualify for the AFCON, those engagement, it means it paid off.
Yeah,
it really did pay off. But for such an engagement, when Yeshua Senra, Jeremy Pokune, how he was introduced to play a role, okay, that those trips, that initiative, it was an eye opener for Otuado himself as a coach, for Stephen Apia Kobe, Kurt Kobe. It opened their eyes to certain issues within the team. But the early signs are very positive enough. As you crim near Twaswai and a sunny 3 month I think we can build on this in terms of confidence. We can preach more for team unity, team bonding, the overall camaraderie within the team. We need to have that. And what time I near my share no was a kudus a kobun kotoje or then a kotoje bakwesi from. No, he was waiting for near myself. Offer the boots, non sign a man. Maybe another my dream exactly. So a very positive, and we need to encourage this. Yesterday was a good game against the right opponent.
Okay.
And run your match be against any tough opposition. KB and KB different thing, and then you buy no. I know to other tactics now, and I say we needed more positivity or more positive talks around the team in moments like this. It will help their psyche, it will build their confidence, and it will push them to move on. But there are certain developments of course we are managing home. Yeah, the target to come near Mount Jumedi our pitch side. You are not there as a supporter. This thing we must learn. Enra, my name is your ball boy, so no more share T-shirt with the logo of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Not accreditation, they be pitch side.
Okay, pitch side.
So all you videos now. So you should go now. You see them.
About who to see?
Yeah. Other Shadrach, play the videos for us. You be home. Go, baby. They go to celebrate with the players, please. White T-shirt, white T-shirt. Means I'm not designated ball boys now. Go now, you look at them. How many photographers in the look at them. Yes, way in international football. Yes, the match commissioner will take note and attach it to his report, or now include it in his report. Ghana will likely receive caution or a fine, or even more than that. Atwaso, Kumase, Ekoso, Enkrai. Of course, in can cry coach Nankasa TC Park so ni player ko Gene. When Jerry a 3 years scored against Niger, but what do TC Park so? We need to keep our emotions in check. And won't say a Ghana for. But ye did you made ye be near foul se could you made ye send ye by a casse police for mobile stadium no or mobile no more boni be sana woswa ye be taga to coma ya shock a atadiano also who did you made ye just do your job.
We practice pitch in the show.
I'll come there. One. So if you are assigned an official role on a match day, do accordingly. You are not there as a supporter.
Wontumi.
You real game media. Maybe you can do whatever. But game no cost na BBA, please. Mema rim free home. And me encourage this idea. No, it is a bad thing that we should stop. We should not encourage it. 2. Develop a certain appetite for pitch invasion, which is a alien to the right conduct I require with football games. And you're true about pitch invaders. Pitch invasions see in European football, South American football. But first I sure say and you got an your chrono. Yes. Your chrono baby anti chrono ya the papa. So the fact that pitch invasions occur or foreign matches does not mean it is a practice we need to continue. No, we should stop that. Where people normalize the act of invading the pitch to disrupt a football match, who will be weighing?
We're treating as a criminal.
Who will be weighing? And occur one fashion uncle. Blasters we need one fashion uncle. If we encourage pitch invasions, now after Black Stars at that form, no be aqua park, no the Nensa aqua bo player. Because yesterday the pitch invader was allowed the luxury of time to embrace Semenyo. Until they check you if the conditions and our situations need different. Ghana mum that from one and before anymore, what would he have done? And Nadia was here so. Keko sesi Kumasi esi Enkran esi. Yes, and so she was screen as well. Now say my coach go your coach TC Park so. So it is not just the supporter thing. I think Sadia way no, maybe we need to properly have a discussion or a forum to address it. Black Stars a Batawa training crown. Almost everybody wants to be at the pitch side. Almost everybody wants to be seen closer to the team. Near trying to picture near way. There are too many distractions around the team. A Sadia and lead to way. And no na twetwe ade aba omo ye training na me pesa me ko park ne so bi se me in some training kra I need to go closer to
dey repair sabi e wo hwe omo
we kra na match ne nshase o me pesa me ko park ne so na obi e say okay minim ket ana minim semenyo ana minim we ye njai sade no la ye njai sade ye ndum se ja no na se ja ni nya so a ni dum no beye den dia maye pa ni dum no e beye de we Ghana ni Angola
na dadi ya wo free
yeah Ghana ni Angola so we kuma say ya
na me amwo na de ano fiafia bo se bi obe memu a yen bolo imu a
yen dum se ja no yen dum ntem kra let us kill it.
You just lock the person up. No, I official community. This person is good.
I like
I said statement
because we are here. You are black here be fan ni.
And $10.
You are black here be fan. We dey show you coordinate rastans ni be free. Then obi baba minim so your match commissioner na say one. Hey Alex. No say amon fa ne call working o baby police ni crowd wanted him no munje dey nyehwe munya no. O say baby mo fa ne call because there are consequences.
$10,000 go ntwi amamuni no.
There are consequences.
This is no want you $10,000.
Hey Alex, you
say such.
You ever find it?
Alex. Charlie.
So $10,000 one chiama FA.
Now them.
So yeah, any see like any see so anyoma way so.
The problem is here na hwehwanimu obi a constituency fancy nyame no na bogo be wa ha obi a so treso woni obi hwehwanimu sa it's part of Ghana ADN obi a so
me kai maybe na em say angel days crown na me story be na link to football na nipa na artist and original stage so perform you on the stage no so na pain I'm born too. So but some show the equation ya say to obia obia fa hwama to no ba say adwembonia you have no idea adwempa
and so please let's be very security conscious. So the reaction from the stewards, from the police personnel, any other security officials are no more, it was very slow and very poor.
And my one issue is that the security persons are more inside more attention they be our game because we'll be for you be you definitely
more for no crowd no share stance in but still with me ewura ho but me the more can say after see so more we say no
security
but say oba be ewura me dey obi ti ba
but difference
let be your
money na perimeter say
and you be oba commercial short
money na perimeter say
okay lady no
me hu no I think it was Euros and
bibi osha pant bi be Emma company be more born about so cry company no born about so but no
the moment there is a security breach, if I am a security person I should be worried. I say Miami security is set up. This is to prevent me we need a breach here. We need to sort it out. But Enra Medial the National Supporters Union
are they
good? In recent times, yenya typical local football supporters are omefrim mebwa. The highest of it all they are two polling.
Yes.
But in between, there was a popular supporter who BBN Anamebwa. Yeah, and I think another place too, another popular supporter Biswewu, 3 or so within the last month.
And the hearts of folk fan be collapse.
Yeah, look at this season. But maybe in the last month.
Okay, last 1 month.
Three supporters or more.
Banko be share be any go stars.
Yeah.
Kotoko be any onya moto ase.
Yeah. So now when you're a stage like this, you are using your platform not just to go and mobile way no. You see football no, you maybe na be bata ho ama football na peja ba bedrusa. So you can also carry your message so far as any political and it's not a divisive message. Enra was the best day. Our supporters Ninya and Kombebo de will say no to hooliganism and pay tribute to the memory of the late Poli.
Like I said before, okay.
Yeah. I wanted to see something from them. Oh, they say free team no what team may be a calf because and can you way hunting. But from the supporters, Poli was a part of you guys.
And I just want to join Kuna.
No, me in Ghana for. Don't you pay homage to the AAC? So if a prominent supporter loses his life due to a football match, due to an act of hooliganism at the international stage, we National Supporters Union say no to hooliganism. So you have a banner to announce your stance. Say say no to hooliganism. Rest in peace, Poli. Justice for Poli. Nebi kita placards no mo diaba. Yama ya supporting no yem peje mu kakra ya too one dimensional. Oh, any abako board ni ashe jama ni ashe red gold. Carry a message too. Carry a message. Players know they are carrying a message. Supporters carry a message.
Lewis Skelly Diambe Nidia as a Netherlands ni Spain for some way. Man, I come
carry a message.
I simple. And he speaks volumes. Only seven person, so one can say Twitter or post to Twitter say where Annette say Netherlands will not carry banner be at the stadium
because picture the tour. The picture does not. There is no lifeline or timeline. a bed done 10 times for dinner so sama be yen kai dom. Please let us change how we do things. Young Franco yenim ti fancy with them
Mesa.
Yes, fancy. My young mom ranting about Subi.
Yes.
And I make say me say results we know who here. Due to the bad year now in 2024. So we needed to begin the year so well. But the same new team Mike ma highlighted be a tactically baby and I was here to tune you maybe I am to. May I felt say some of the phases of the game no not too slow and sluggish kakra. Ka Ebian Kachad a very hard dream be bria. Kebia can run Tebia can beat my be a 1 goal be an answer go beat me a be a 4-1. 4-2, something of that sort, because we're sluggish kakra at some moment in time. But baby, mimi issue no one no. Agent number 1, pitches near boss born.
So
fancy. And now, boys, we say to the beer, obi person bo pass be pa. But the weight of the pass no person bono. On to me, but just what in a nice ass here.
How many pitch here coming?
Salusu, there was more control say on. And captured number 9 is smarter. Obefa ball neja Gideon Mensah because your ball pass ne bobo pack ni so say ya na ball ko to ni mu peja kakra and follow up no wall so kakra bi di ma Gideon Mensah and you could see say omo to the be person mo combination bi charge for the film triangle ya na Newton e kan once we say ni Mensa no person mo 1 2 3 bi no mo yi obi afim but obo na pack na che ball no it is so mia won anim kakra. You see, I'm speaking to the sports president and in penny for Mudi football and nano pay. And Chair Biana, former vice president of Ghana, His Excellency Mahmoud Baumia, a core Black Stars camp no that hotel. Omukodi Nkomana Thomas Te party catcher ni say, Papa, me na me captain. What am I? Here stadium and here pitch for floor. Not necessarily even a stadium cry you could see for almost a pitch no here or pitch near boss ball. And tell me and yes a year book in Yaguya soon was asking ya Thomas Te party kai no
national issue. It
is something we need to do it. I'm not sure one in Nigeria.
101.3.
She be able to see me mujina so I don't move ball.
Hybrid.
Oh, professional players no hwede na Nigeria for the play ball no 1-2
wonderful no investment of way na ka Rwanda be kwa sponsor Arsenal ba Munchen na visit Rwanda go almost
yeah pictures no for a national team no airport we crop a picture aye mo so mo we a picture yes the keep the ato ye ho adwuma de bia se last time bo match wo so esu de bia bo na bo na che ye bo na bo just thinking about the health of these players. Season the baby I do now say the season is the race city kono but the international breaks necessary these clubs no more thinking about players your boy free charge so be boy say Thomas Te party boy be say go betimi abon carpet pass e dia call wing so but no also page mu the machine la on so many occasions a party wanted to play a pass but this was the nice shot say kakra Kamadi Sulemana Otreya ma bo bi say ko betima bokela but onu akote twe so Stambo kakra because pitch no owo ball no so abon nko adai players ni jina park no so na boot na se akoshem Madama I think we need to relay grasses no your various stadiums yenya ho adwuma
they are by you can say clubs sell carpets no yen mean say biana.
Oh, we can do a lot of things to make shit for the AUC. You see Accra Sports Stadium you see me they say there more other games so we want to keep it for the Black Stars. Sanu na ya sanya ya Adrian and our minister na say mo call say keep kusi na be kon sanya ya Adrian dia then yema pitch no hu hia ye. Yema pitch no hu hia ye. Si ebe relay ne foforo yenya ne foforo yenya bibia foforo na players ne ball mo won mo then no the way am person mo ball no it could not bring the best out of these players positionally omo timi a sheda mo ball no say they no fit so mo pe omo chiro mo sa
boys we mo na e world cup
sinla na ye bobo bi tu say maro nya ko mo bo sa cross na e butwapo na nim ni bi no ba ontimi mo
low crossing
o ba enko but this odina abotre no ogina so no de na hye ball na say no apagya afa soro adai
boys we mo na e world cup qualifying in
yeah boys no
African qualifying or the boss and kwako bo afena finish hard
Europe aba
omekuno ho
Morocco regis from the back
akoma kasa Morocco for number kasa twetwa makafa ne aba so
na kwa won say na ba bi kura so asa hyehyehye kakra. Then you look at the lighting system I had bobo. As a light no be shadows no say shadow look akraka. Plan na mo na shadow ni dinachi ti say form na dinachi. See ye ya adwen say ye pese use wa hwe shadow kakraka. Say shadow ni dan ni pampe. Shadow na nyira nko ba bia. Shadow na nyira nko ba bia dai.
Flag light no can say unya shadow sa
now most of the European games you have we shadow. We shadow.
I'm not touch by 82.
You touch by. Say boys in bre. Sometimes these guys say ye bibia the mom, but I believe say let's take it into consideration. Yan share baby be mom bomb international games no. Say Cape Coast and Accra, yan tene ye ho. Yan pitch ni, yan nyoma yi. Say na the only internationally recognized stadium company de bebo fine, it is good. Now the enya ba kono ne so so ne sa na de aka no ye so so ho madaro mai pamocho de to so mienu
na
Rwanda ne Nigeria no mo hwe
na make catch Francis isi ano
Mahoro stadium
stadium be am renovate stadium no Amahoro stadium ye start ball Amahoro stadium
wow kudus free kick yo so
shaba ko de mame Osimhen mo highlight na ye fan hwe pitch na ye kan wasem Nigeria de no o mame Osimhen mo highlight na wo de ebe hu de e bia wo kire na na se bia we kire oh 94 ne ko ho wow so Rwanda electronic ayo
butu hu ase na hu ase
dagout no so read
apos no ba be free kick na why obo free kick na pos my why one say butu hu ase na hu ase a
Rwanda ni ya
butu hu ase na hu ase
the pitch finance electronic bia she pitch surface no asana mekan want ya
kashana wait me on for blaster there to the other side
na company me no me say Rwanda almost started visit Rwanda our PSG sleeve Arsenal sleeve Bayern Munich sleeve and no number is M22 for Red Bulls no and talk quality Bayern Munich supporters me say among drop that sponsorship now because say Africa the moment Arsenal Paris Saint-Germain Bayern Munich be je Rwanda dia to sleeve unim score mutua
enter the number ba
I am buying project
obia
visit Rwanda and to attract me say we are Bamuchi be preseason Rwanda be bought one game unim score meje
now we are now complaining say how do you ever take credit and how do you
na mo no mo kasa te say out mo ye tourist I feel mo visit Ghana
what you say
why do you why do you people
say it should be normal with us but it can't be normal because
all can visit Rwanda
yeah why you na
they go Ghana areas
oh sabaka ya juma
TV ba kuna wo show why he so dey me
chala jane gu so gu ya
no can na for light na twa ho ahia ebi ba ayi Aliu Mahama supposed tamale answer Rwanda for who be yet the Roma cheka for specify say the intensity of the light and say necessary but somebody expect on betima there is a body calf will recommend until the expert will come down no matter mama yes we now my okobo match 24 hours before game and yakoto akado paint bibi you would want to see Mr. Man don't waste our time on issues about oh daddy I am yes I na you live in a country mumu airline no the air choba you live in a country water bodies you know yeah changing for few people. You see, we shouldn't do that. You see,
94.
Yeah.
94 now
Rwanda stadium in 1994 not two refugees in go
almost support N23 for Rebels no more DRC.
So you see the difference
light in the city
fancy
like people I'm a whole stadium no I'm light and more
28 near the Tamale. If you are Cape Coast, the no VIP was a light in it.
I almost saw flag light and I shot some from a come back to Simon Sugar and shadows in Libya.
It's an area kakra.
Oh, more than it's your better shadows now. This is the when I come here can aye. This is the yes, I do to say me I'm a bone uncle. Basa who's almost for me. Who's it for it to check a train yeah, consider it's young consider boys and near the attending from wow monana. Yes, pitching a hybrid. Even your private could scrap picture no more. Oh, I say not artificial and natural. Ya blended. Ya blended.
2017, one and also
yeah.
Time and beating Gabon.
Yeah.
So purchase near the set carpet.
Almost free. Make I explain. I know Monday be 5 days before game. No Monday. I know Mokofaba. Yes, I know Mokofaba. No roll and number. Yes. No roll and fashion. I'm a whole stadium now. Aye. Fancy, say that there. Paul Kigami. More basketball auditorium.
Okay, tonight the science out.
Yes.
Davy Mike.
Yes.
Lights in our model. They said the lights on the shadow low. I would have shadow. You see where there is a shadow. Wow, fancy shadow low.
Okay, you crowd who say
shadow. No, who said yes, who said shadow.
Camera no share 2 cameras in Ghana the
long shot cameras.
Ghana installation la shadow that for
susu no ba nye deep.
How do you go to say but first number 2, there was a certain argument that is going on the internet. Me no me pese me kabi Benjamin Asare munyano kasa na doso dodo
almost why dey
and you PR sem you see a PR na akofa na ba because the person has earned his place in the Black Star setup.
Yeah, Juma, the stars crack as a man. I don't say one day.
I say the notion na ko say you born Accra Sports Stadium or Accra boy. Local players who so about in recent times. It filled the Benjamin Asare. So it's more like PR. I don't know just as a Benjamin Asare PR. Or a PR and a selection a PR.
Player or fans pass over.
Benjamin Asare one
someone for the neighbor. Let's stop that. Someone star what boy. No, Asare no need to know coach no question say. And a coach ni say that you coach training no. Omo madago ni na ona na stand out trainer ya nyina
na me no kwa me kan no say me sure mo shots no bi hu say training kwa no ye active pa enwa no and omo the training ba ku bi buy na mo ya tactics 1-on-1 ba na mo ye we diving training no sometimes technical you so be extra say we training we here for this purpose asare no here for diving no we but there's one picture na me person there's one picture we are coming here we are me person na you discuss on the captaincy issue no me person come here
we now we come
a couple months a couple
it's fancy boy na any place boy na any place in the Black Star setup yenya kasa tenten ni kasa bebrebe we some things kobo bi anka say PR. He has earned his place. Allow him to enjoy the moment. This is a beautiful story. I also be a Timmy Shua be different. Mo ya me aka say before ya adwen say bi obi koso na e twene san na ya no kore. Let the boy enjoy his moment. 32 years. Every cry the football age no but be one chair. What you say? Allow him.
Okay.
Against Chad, what them on them say be come Madagascar say be to us. But fancy me dey I still maintain the Biamigina say resource na enya a year. But this was not an exceptional performance.
Oh, Botim Nabaso.
The Botim Nabaso so many great results. But it was not an exceptional overall performance.
Okay.
Which is some of the factors in the B. Pitch in the can move in your market in KTB, county movement in NTSA among the playing body. So Madagascar will need an overall better performance than we saw this one.
Whoa. couple break quick be me de wo ho no real quick na fe memra Steve so na ye mehwe because nso Amazon so e be ba o to me couple
wasamo American base
on NFL top na bonus ano
Chicago Bills ana
NFL top na bonus Bills
na se bibia abokode
o busa se bibia
abokode se afina maba nti
na Saturday ye mekwa ko renwa o so what could take ho nkrabo ko take ho
Buffalo Bills
Vazie Ram somebody komo we bra Black Stars nti the kakra ebe so senra ye dey chat game no akra na nye easy cry it me bo modern e share 5 na se otimi se goals no ba na eba Antoine Samuel Bogo said e na so e share goal no Jordan Edene dey ka Salisu na fairness ni amomo and am 5 goals no esu ye already ye di kan e goals ni bi e dey amagana for e share hu said e no masiko ye na Inaki Williams before the game no promises say obeto atena e the amagana na o share goal no no bakwaku enso e say o promise o make promise ana we deliver enti say obenya Inaki Williams video no e dey amay after the game abra na no so na ni age say and before say match ne be cause o ka che Ghana for say Ghana for maba me go Friday enti eno Friday no so she go o den sam kakra etuju after say no so e she go no e ma Ghana for etene enti no e ya branch Inaki Williams Inaki dia no enye ready a stadium no enra na say eho I say Old Trafford mame abra no wo maso light no phone light na say be bia e shiri is a crowd for no compete with Kumasi because eba ne say and support Black Stars and him say Kumasi ejana na so panemum enra fancy crowd for no ebo modern pa abra wo mu enso light e wo che say stadium be bia na say otimu say eho enso etimi a share na say enra the beauty of enra stadium na say wo fe pa nti mo wese ne New City a say na fe pa e wo stadium no bi na yeyi e de a che Ghana for say Ghana for e support ye but FA president no enra na ni je abaye penti lucky do be track no nobody can stop reggae enra no so eja or they enjoy kakra e wa group amanos because we be doing there nobody can stop Black Stars nobody can stop Ado Coach Otto and so arrested the new man after say game no echo na wie no so the same kakra post match or kasai edin sem to dan no say game we na emo odin pa preparation no na easy because chat for na open information about them na very difficult em say coach there no enye ready there mame nko ket so your racket dey ready abra no preparation no more thing because chat for no open information about them na den say ubenya ne monster no manage it's me every game yenti era auto adon sama what it to do after the game
what strength and what weaknesses they have, so we studied our opponents. It was very difficult because they had a lot of new players coming in. It was really tough for us to get informations. A lot of them are playing together in the team, they know each other in chat. So, but I think we did well, and we're very happy that things worked out, and the way we scored the goals, we're very happy.
Great to just information, dear. I am yes, post match in the day.
There is Musakabo, the okay, ote.
There be knitting and clay. Won't be
boy
mudia come up and so
Thomas took Mudia Nigeria for days. Rwanda high Muntibi. Saravika coach who go bro. Leslie Noxy.
Clay.
Lesotho wanted them. Post match in Yai because
and the no credit.
So Nipa no also record there and
Intimon. And the same feed.
Them one in Nefano.
The same microphone the casa
penalty. By Anton Samuel or the NDMC Mudawaka create Matina. Anton Samuel on game no pressure I will before game na I don't need to do so no pressure beer and so any no so as a striker bit in some kakra what they etuda.
I need to get a goal, it's been a while. I wouldn't say pressure. I feel like every player goes through a phase where they don't score. So I feel like every game, just approach it the same way. Try and get a goal. If I don't get a goal, the next game. So I felt like this coming international break, I was like, you know what, I need to get a goal. It's been a while, but I wouldn't say there's any pressure.
Well, any same kakra or the two dread on some Eddie Bentura said in your Mexico, Nesse, I'm trying to summon on so same kakra, what the two dra and no na enra, and your my course so come out, MIZ or the two as a World Cup Nadia, I idea we are Ghana Funin into a move here, so meet me, I qualify Ghana and yet me a queen, and also kakra, what the two dra na and they chat for keeper no more the bar no John Vane, a goalkeeper. Na unim say Francis, I goalkeeper ya, ye can I say more Bogana, ye league in the I'm say Wababa Ghana 2015 or about Fire Rangers. Ain't goalkeeper no so after saying game no corner we no so titrini kakra. Ain't Wontumi ekatri kakra bra Ghana for ni bi ni didi no so chale my bre say Ghana for chi na so agia gunuama. Em say pressure one so nya pressure keto akra. Ain't Jordan no na goalkeeper them every match chat enra just after game no de kakra enso to dey wonsem no dey and dey no say no ensem no na goalkeepers asema ye ka no Benjamin okay already nti yenti nka modern mo konkai pa okipi clean sheet o game no na ze ni dia wo mo friend o camp SM say unu say okoye ne shata nwum no de kosaye no esi ni din ba kwa wanya SM o ka o say for life nti enra ono so ore ni video after game no so enam ho ada timi say o mo pai na SM no aje so for life na say ono so ejini din I say Ghana post no dear SM and afi ono so agye or the aboso woko ni said the ben nuama enso betima kama edi amano na fans say o said the university house for no enro mo post no wo mo ye no wo mo say a tradition at the Mahas team no because has work there so mama Black Stars player enya wanwa woman na di tornado Steven appear Emma has folk goalkeeper ba ko obeji ni din Samia J omo anesa de ma ai Black Stars enti enya wanwa sem bia obi betena ba bia aka so ana keep derby a tradition the tradition goes on enti abrantie fe no Benjamin Asare ne de where the next Samia J oh yes almost where the next Samia J no Ghana omudie ma Ghana house for no Samia J de munya sa oh yeah sure munya de mucheche so mo taye ya de o mo ye mo man na mamo nko hype ne mro so nko fa se fufu bi am sa okay ene we okay ene house for no kakra o mo so e de ba na so mo se ni go ni de Samia J picture no one Benjamin no mo de atozo no enya asem geto akra fancy they say de Wontumi se goalie ne de wo bo adwuma pa na enra before game no fancy enra na man for ticket ni bia onso ma anye yi ticket no ho na man for share that ticket ni go say o mbetwe amanyumre dura na o ma ba black market enti ma amanfo ntime nramu ntem because ticket unya bi nto manfo obi wa no ato 50 no ato 100 no de agogo enti ticket na sabat ye ni mebie wo enti edu ba bi no na ese timer ese Ghana ye rem supporters ni rem no na omunya kwan rem na omu go achi na ese bi fro wo no enti game no ye start game no be ticket kwa wo fro wo no because onya bi nto a no so game no be ese wo fro ti omugu so mo fro ana cheseja wo mo edi rem ekohe match ni bi na ese de akokọ okoso ebi eno no ha adwen ye pa na ese o hwese de university a now timi say Ghana for no do baby a yetimi ya nuama bi a odwe ho a wonte ase ba to be ne de ya nso ne ya ne ye mana basa enti wonsem eno no na pitch invader no a oba pitch no so no Muzena Michael Kanasem he say unim say where the 5th time a Black Stars ever baller obi atiasi pitch no so na we no Ghana betu $10,000 e dia maka $10,000 no yes let's say $10,000 we can one $50,000 e ka Ghana abo e wo pitch invaders no mo tisi agropama so a na omo eko nti we no ezo mo che no no akotu aka no nti go no akotu ade na omo gya no eba ne sa
next time so almost so to see pitch na so
now $10,000
say oh $10,000 show botom a o dey ba preko no at yes so
we are now the amakaf nanka eno ano no nti eno ye kakra ba nti sa de a ha dweme ka say players no efi enkran omo edipart se do mani ache Morocco o ye ba na afi omo eboabo omo ho a wo mo eko na say Ghana for ye hwe anim say Ghana game no nyame adom Monday so niama ebetima akokama na yakọ wini sa game no na afi niama etimi akọ nti Monday ana ye hwe anim nti no so ye die fro no mede ba Ghana Premier League no match se baba so nyame adom ochina ye hwe se de niama besi akọ Accra Lions so many Legon Cities Nigeria for no Ghana Premier League mpani for no mo league no ebeba so ye ba mo site o ye hu sa mo update bia Black Stars Rasha mo dia no ye different from Black Stars nti mo mani ko league no na mo nya mo Flyers no mo nuama mbra na yemfa entutu TV no so na Ghana for hu bi nti Accra Lions any Legon City Sabobo Kotoko any Holy Stars game ni nyame aduma e bobo brekum Chelsea any Samates Gold Stars any House of Hope Dreams any Young Apostles Karela ni Bichim ana ebo media mani aduana ana fe vision wo mo any nation a game no ebeba so Kotoko
also Premier League no Flyer na ama
there be we call mo site o ni ho omunye update bi aze china kra match bi o
ana se china match sin ho
o de obitima akore update na
o mind dada
any a my
dada
oh any omun posting to omun family na yenhwe because as a na we social media we handle X na china match ho as a oba o update bibi and advance them make me boa
because abeye
Black Stars
national assignment na
nkwanti ye refuse league
am for carry be fise bia matches
so mo update na M1 enkoye nim Kotoko coach Dr. Prosper na Teogum me ko ba bia so post match no and as a pre match no me hu say obi aye bi na Kotoko de me hu has so me hwe wa tara crowd was onye bibia ati wa fa bibia now my name Dr. Prosper na Teogum ahead of the game no dey sengaka atujwa intie na abia from rem.
Very determined, very confident in our preparations. We had our recovery yesterday, which was very good. We spoke through our last game, what we did right and what we did wrong, and then tried to also inspire them with respect to the upcoming game. So we are ready. Today, which is Friday, fortunately, we can have a full-scale training where we can address issues of our limitations, and then in terms of our strength, try to consolidate them. So
coaching somebody at 20 fancy the besi nyame adom ochina ana matches ni nyina e ba 3 pm nti said the nyama besi akọ
nyame adom Monday Black Stars e wa way to Madagascar Morocco no 1 pm
okay yes sorry
na
baso wow wow
I kai me na say ne ticket ne ton and then omo adom no mo bu fast no we need to address that
very necessary well Steve remember when I heard
Fancy Ghana Premier League, you know, at the key shape be. But I keep saying, say Premier League, you know, still going to face a huge problem before league never ended because I'm say Michael say nipo bebre ninkon, but we bought a league of managers, Now Kotoko a very crucial game against Baseke Holy Stars. In the first round, no, Baseke hodi Kotoko to a 1-1 draw. And it was a very difficult game. And what this season meetings with newly promoted side some way difficult. But this is a game Kotoko ebenya the 3 maximum points. So a crucial game for Kotoko to win and hope say House of Folk and Subetima Hodi a baby any Gold Stars baby any to reclaim the top spot. Until from now to the end of the season, the game will be anywhere that form because Gold Stars is what to keep the top spot. But fancy we should teams in Nina Obiawo a manager in him we can say meeting him will be difficult. Basake ball China with Ghazali. Why Juma Kotokoda? And he has worked under Maswa Kunedu. But that said, he's coming up against a manager on Oswaji League Nida. Amadi arguably one of the finest names in recent years in the Ghana Premier League. In Bella, Infege, Mukwala, Lamte. Inti coach Prosperity, everything at his disposal in terms of the technical bit of the game to win this particular game. So Nyame Adumo Chinane there. The only call will be on the fans and say also Omoba, because in the recent games Omoba, last 2 games at home, the attendance was terrible. And you're befitting of Asante Kotoko status. So you will need the supporters to be there. Baby, any Ghost Stars in Sulu who still has a folk.
A big game.
A venue, Kotoko winning a hot pay and lose you up or draw a hot pay. And has a call. In a situation, said the last 2 games were more lose. And baby, any Ghost Stars in the first round, Equa Crass and share has. So if Omoya double over has, it means the position of has, aside Ombekwechri. Now, baby, any bad game, with Coach Frimpong Manso, or no one share the first round, Into a game near difficult. Say has been lose 2 consecutive games at Waso. Now, say a trip away from home. What would the fate of House of Folk be in this game? But fancy, if I'm pushed to the wall, this is a gamer. I feel say House wouldn't lose a 3rd game on a run. I think they will at least pick a point from Babiani. But also the quality of Babiani society this season, I'm more blended the youth with the experience. And hope a team also our names or moya de pa Babiani Ghost Stars Ekasa teams no. And they are eyeing a title triumph. After say Samates BGB, Media Ma GB no. Almost feel say akonya na bedawo for them to also win. But that was the most realistic trophy no betimi ageno. Then was the FA Cup, because the route to the FA Cup final somehow easier. But now they find themselves fighting against the giants of Kotoko. Mediama will be in the chase at some point again. House of Folk will move him, no more hosting House of Folk Ochinaria. So far, it's a difficult game, but I foresee House of Folk picking a point. If they are not able to pick a pointer, and Ouattara, it will be very difficult for him to survive. Our league, But I make a league of managers, Heart of Lions, they bash you Hayford. And a baby any goes as in Sukuta coach, friends, from Pomanso, Kotoko, Prosperity, Ogo, Brekum Chelsea, Ekuta, Samobuodu.
Serious.
Karala, coach, Kita, he's noted for saving the team, at the latter stage. Before or they Samates AG League, not the trunk card, say league na we team in the year. Trust him, say, obey the fate of the team. And then or some G Karela, the position be a difficult for them. Christopher Enin and so was Samates. Be on your regular name of a boy in the Ghana Premier League. But on your opportunity at Brekum Chelsea, you who did know ye nkakra. Chobari stick and so war Ediana Stars. And who is the manager for Dreams FC? And also a Karim Zito. So Francis, so we list of teams no new coaches now. One will coach technically on Shadanye good, who will face problems. There are a lot of issues. Bashir here for the Heart of Lions. He is a serial winner. Okay, the times at Obuasi or the Kotoko League, How many teams now manage you Ghana Premier League, Into experience in there, or was our experience at this disposal. So, yeah, Premier League, a liga, wherever we team be dependent on the manager or coach team, It is our manager, and knew what it takes. Fancy, it's going to be difficult, but this. We are entering the business end of the season, and you need the managers to step up. So, a great challenge for these names here, boy. From Paul Man's on G League, on G League in Ibida. So, we a great test at a team. More the financial strength to back him, and we pay teams almost kuta quality be. So, Obeba under the radar. Samuel Bodu Subeba under the radar. For the Chem United here, Oma keep consistency. Is it Kwame Danso or Konku Danso? Managers Beba Ako still Obeho. Nedi na quiet to say Augustine of media. There be no media adote. Obi Beba Ako ba ye to be hu no ho. So continuity no ewo on the part of Konku Danso at team my friends say Bechem United. So fancy managers need to be they ought to be up and doing. Well, few say this weekend there. I'm expecting a win for Kotoko. Mediama should be able to pick the 3 points this weekend. And then Hasofo, Watara.
Still real quick. Mike, Coach Abdul Karim Zito, our line so.
Coach Abdul Karim Zito, good morning. Yamo akwaba de ba Wontumi TV ne Wontumi. Yeah, she said, yeah, Dreams FC coach or no Korea, and so your former Ghana, a national coach or no, Esanso, in charge of Ghana, one of your juvenile national teams. Now, Yanene Chuchenkomo, Ede, Afa, Nioma, Bakumi, Numi, and Saho, Bakobeya about the Black Stars of Ghana, Nan Rankunim DSC. Then we come to Dreams FC and your more research and coach. Fancy Montana Mon Toto Homanana Yene coach in Twasundi Commonana and come away no so here papa because dreams form on my fano I dare form a more do inti
yes yana besa de naba see well mesa ma memra way yenya coach ane asanfa
of course Ghana Premier League no come na edi no kwaya ebefa so this weekend and most of the teams will capitalize on the opportunity about beda honom se league no odimbe mede under top and answer omodi ebe free honum ediako na fancy I think say koroko e 2 home games biba e also mutimi capitalize on the opportunity to keep up the pace matwecha omoko to win the league because Bobo Baseke Holy Stars no Bekum Chelsea wo fie these 2 games no Baseke Holy Stars wo there but I think Bekum Chelsea so be hard drink akra and the Sunday game no very important for them to win at all costs. The last few games I say Bekum Chelsea no mo Kruma say no mo tabetete kotokopa until last season abakoroko etena fie e share Bekum Chelsea it Baseke de ene de Koroko must do everything and almost also against a former assistant coach in the shape of Abdullah Ghazali, who knows the team so well, or the stadium so well because a mirror fee say Osasu your training or TI media. It one in Korean training or park no so only park no so baby any park no so jumanina. It Koroko will need to be at their optimum best to win the game against Baseke Holy Stars. But I think so all attention will be baby any. Fancy, but be any game no na House of Folk will need to pick up points as soon as possible. Because checking House of Folk results in the last 2 games now. In terms of performances, there are a lot of questions written about it. But performances in Nkoye now also results need to be cover up. And some of the performances I almost say ancient crime and from a House of Folk. And there's so much pressure on Ouattara to deliver. Because the number of players are hard to folk and the quality hard to folk on you expect them say Wontumi enko 3 games abro Wontumi win ba kokora Goal Stars so any abrace also Wontumi league this year munaso. Let's not forget so Omakonya a crucial away 1-0 win and the be fia babo tia House of Folk and home record no has not been bad at all this season and o check it on the league table one of the best teams on Wofie ba ku e be any Goal Stars Fancy, we be free one ma out of the 10 home games now. Baby, any Goal Stars abono. Fancy okuta 26 points, meaning or a 4-point shot of 30 points. I was on kwabo home matches. I was on council timika. Almost 13 goals. I consider only 2. It Goal Stars and what didn't feel so as compared to House of Folk on the league log on the second best away side. But checking the points tally now out of 33 points for House of Folk in away games, Omukuta 16 points. 16 points and fancy House of Folk I say 8 goals were away. I consider 7. Iti omunya one club oka se away no omoko mbetima bibi ebo so mbetima kwakoshe Goal Stars any results no etimi abafie but me hwe how they react to the 2 games no mabo a omatimi lose between omo and the other clubs they do so omunya top half of the table in the last 5 games between baby and Goal Stars and House of Folk I saw mu 2-1 I ended 1-1 back as I ended another 1-1 Goal Stars I share House of Folk 1-0 as I share House of Folk 1-0 beam it in the last 5 games between House of Folk ni baby and Goal Stars House of Folk really ba akope no came as at the time baby and Goal Stars you promote you omo ba the Ghana Premier League mu and House of Folk show mo by and House of Folk tenafie show mo by 2 goals to 1
Mezanti men kombra na ehwe say ye benya coach Abdul Karim Zito e wo line so Mike
fancy nti na America no
ye ne coach Abdul Karim Zito ntwetwe nkomo coach good morning.
Good morning.
Mo akwa ba so de ba Wontumi TV ne Wontumi Sports so.
Thank you.
Coach, where you need money? Ni na Sandra na Black Stars ejina kono Nyankopon ya adoma. You win game no by 5-0. Me sure say send when you see edge Ghana football hunti. O follow game no ehun se na nyoma si course. So first of all, oni enche sign na usi feel as a Ghanaian in the aftermath of the results in Nyanendra.
Well, I think I was very happy. To me, I was very happy. This Ayokura because what matters also football is about moment. This very moment we don't need anything from the Black Star apart from winning. But yes, and they were able to give us not only won by a goal but won by 5 goals margin, which tells you that they are also replying to young concern, you know. So yesterday I was happy. All what matters is for us to win, and we won. Without even them say, "Oh higher." You see, yesterday we dominated throughout, so I'm okay. I'm very happy.
So we wata dia chiteni ne de to nchen na wo fa coaching lens ne de sha. Nyoma ben na hu ye from the technical and tactical point of view. And na very positive for Ghana. Owo GDSS ye kremu ya. Ebeboa ye course no.
I think we need time for these young boys. Ball there, your ball, but your tactics, or with you into know what I saw was the fighting to win. What I said, by tactically, you know, I didn't see what I was expecting to see more. No? But in this case, this moment is a moment of winning. So, and I know how national team here building a far, and we didn't have that opportunity. So definitely we should use what we have to get what we want. And we play the game. We show individual experience, individual skills, and a boy and education. So at the end of the day, at 5. So whatever it is, you know, we don't have to look at a lot of things, but all what we should look at is now the Bible Madagascar, and another important game with important win, so that we will be convinced that we are safe and dry.
Yeah, share idea back. So one of your local boys, and as a be about local league in him, and ya Quenya the Koda go post in him. The first time our boy Ediama Black Stars, and here Benjamin Asari from Obia local league in him. Na unhu bibi say no, say na si ayo in Krashabe na catcher.
So I'm very happy that we should work harder. The gate is still open. I say I'm there. I've my comfort auto because this game beer, it needs a lot of experience, not in terms of why you did that, but playing for the national team Black Star. Ya drop at the beginning in an do have a tongue. And ya coach behind all that got to do that. So why are there? And as so one way animals. Well, we say local players when given the opportunity, they also should showcase their talent.
Coach, if I no pay and community no, Dreams FC. So, as I say, I can't Ghana Premier League now. Mona more form last 5 matches. I the year sticker. There's a Dreams map pick 11 points out of 15. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dear Narcissa, you Dreams for the first 15 games. I'm a boy. Number points I'm one cry. Embro 17. Now my last 5 matches with 15 available points. My drop it just for me winning 11. What has changed?
Football is about time, and Ubia himself, young concept in his they will change their lives through football. So in doing so, my African and team debate. Even once we are playing this league, they say Mikasai 3 aka 1 hour. Yabo league you, yada baby, yada in the hard, obidum cop. So it's like when we brought these young ones, you see, we were giving them all what we're supposed to do. But also, when you are dealing with human beings, adaptation will take time. What you say, and when you look at the anatomy and the physiology of human beings, you'll be for 10 minutes RST, or for 24 hours RST. So when you are dealing with human beings, you have to give them time. And time also, you got to be repeating what you want them to adapt. So when it goes into them, or see repetition brings automation. Automation brings perfection. So when it goes into them, a best a yield result. What you say. And seriously, you said something which was right. When you look at our first round performance, it was not good. But in terms of play, we have all, but all my and problem. So we all had a meeting together, and then we promised ourselves we should do our best because we don't have any opportunity again. Football is about opportunity. You always have the opportunity to improve or to make amendments. So when we are in the second round of the league, it means you only have once. And this, when you play, you don't play well. And say, kind of baby, I won't play now. So these are all factors that we put together, and then the attitude to also came. What you say, and I could do the behavior. Oh, yeah. Me cry, you want to cry, me names out of 50 11.
And true, there, and Madia Wokan also. I no cranny say my last 5 matches no ba kope na Wontumi anshego which was against Aduana Stars. Now say Diakani na no Manchester Crown mo she 2 mo she ba ko.
Ediana Sanka Gulu Remo Kabe mo e be show be 5. So at the end of the game no me progress no eko shia won Goalkeeper. He did very well. Ono no my anti-man Obi no watching.
Coach, one interesting development here say Moshe goes ni na no one name has remained consistent match 6 in the last 5. Joseph Feso ashemu miensa edi amamo. Only a ninkomo kakra. The impact of Joseph Feso and the experience I know war with playing for Dreams previously and even House of Folk near the no. Sign see abuamo in this period and now modern kodabe brabe red team nimua muhiaso moseto. Speak to about the experience and the impact of Joseph Feso.
Abuai and also abuano.
Wontumi
because yeah, we train on our deficiencies. You will say a goal scorer the biggest problem. So we always, almost every day, we go to the training grounds. We try to do finishing. And as a teacher, I'm also there. I say, we repeat it because you see, when you are in Europe, you are doing development. They don't train this section today and then they leave it next week. No. They can take one section for almost 1 month or 2 months. So when the perfection comes, gradually, maybe a better fan. The most experienced player among the attacking line, and he's a captain. So mostly, they are quite a battle in our and said they are ever done so. They are done so. I have to use this because temperament, as in Colomina. So that is how it comes. We have man responsibilities in our part. So he's executing.
More against the young apostles this weekend. Say where the more common name na nim kwa no mountain Simon Chibiwana.
I'm sure of that. But one thing is to say, we are finding it very difficult when we are playing at Tuba, our new place. So we are yet to be, I don't know, young Kazano, we are young adaptation in young buy. But when we go to play away, if you look at our first round, you see that away you entire lose at you. You lose at the crowd. You much is losing at your home. So we are hoping who will fear now, who are you be fear now, so the now qua. It takes time for you to adopt the situation over there. So this is how Sane but I know say every
Coach, where the young fan will infantry to where all former teams. This is now we in charge of the under 15, under 20. No, I qualify for the AFCON under 20. Every course, enche na sha siya nisa. The last time I J and na yawo ana odaya no abua ema sankunim die no esi ebaye. Na who your chances in the saying what follow team no, and what do you see of this national under 20 side?
Team with them they follow up and they are doing everything possible to be able to qualify to the AFCON, maybe to qualify to the World Cup. And I think they will repeat most of the players now mobile for all Africa games. Any mobile zone be mobile Togo. So they are working. You see all these friendly matches they are playing is in preparation towards the AFCON Kokomo. And they are working seriously. And I played them before they went to Morocco. You see that they are learning something serious. But when a club is going to play the national team, when a second division team is going to play a Premier Division team, the attitude they put up is not easy. But unlike or go against second division. One time you see, that attitude of mind, how. So I think to me they are working very hard. We only pray is the mother luck will follow them to achieve.
Right. Sariki, Coach Abdul Karim Zito ebeda si enda anopa na bibi eni so ebe sanso abawa so ni enu atwetwe nkomo.
Thank you very much.
Karim Zito no watenenka.
Yene Coach Abdul Karim Zito ana wiene yemre na fe yema Dr. Muzu enso embra me pesa me fa course no but mam Dr. Muzu wi ana yaba be fa mo kakra bi na fe